Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's a biggie beat. Do. I know, right? I'm viral now, right? I triggered something in her, boy. She hot. She was hot. I made her upset, didn't I? Little old me. She got millions of followers and had to respond to me. Yeah, I seen her Instagram. That's how I found everything. I just posted the video of me responding to her Instagram. Of course, she had to take it to Instagram. She didn't come with that energy. She didn't come with the energy she had in her Instagram story that she did on TikTok. That's why we're here today. Because I wasn't going to talk about this. I wasn't going to talk about her. But then I seen that Instagram. So now she got to get talked about. Shawty got mad disrespectful on the Instagram. Shawty got mad disrespectful on the Instagram. Crazy. Shawty got mad disrespectful on the Instagram. Crazy. This was not supposed to be the topic today, but this shit got me hot. Got me hot. What's good, gang? What she said on Instagram. I've just posted the video and it has the clip. And it got a clip from her from the Instagram video she posted. I said I'll wait till a little more people get up in here and then you know what I'm saying, I go in depth a little more on what she said. My video is on my page. She posted a video about me on her Instagram, and it wasn't even on her actual Instagram. She posted the video in what is it, a little heart me? What that is? Heart. She sent me she posted a video about me in her Instagram story. Yeah, that shit was wild. And she did it on her story because her story gonna go away. And she didn't think I was gonna see that. See, because she ain't come at me like that on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the same shit that Drinkable Brian dude did. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing that Drinkable Brian dude did. Fuck her and that tour. I don't care about her little stanky tour. That shit wild, bruh. Which is crazy because that's how I know something I said triggered her. Because the video, when I stitched this video and I made a video about that, she ain't say nothing about that video. But she responded to that video I posted today about her ass. So something I said triggered her. Yo, what up, Locke?
What up, missing in action?
I told y'all I was gonna get on Friday. This was my last week at work.
I don't remember that. I swear. I would have remembered that. I swear.
Yeah, I said that. So you were too busy
fighting for my life.
fighting for your life, and then them weird dudes live.
Oh my goodness. I told D you was gonna get us.
Y'all was over there. That's why you forgot. You too busy over there with them weird niggas.
Yeah. I be trying to help them. I'm trying to help them. They trying to build they people up. So I be trying to help.
Oh.
See, there go D.
Yeah.
I told you.
I ain't even join that shit on purpose. I was scrolling on live.
I did not.
it goddamn on live. And I was like, what the fuck they doing over here? I just kept scrolling.
Nah, bitch, you know we love you. Don't act like that. Yo, I was in a live with Dana today. She was in a live with Cartel, and I was in that live over there for like just for a moment, just listening in, and she was getting on that. This shit be funny.
Oh well.
Man.
What they were talking about?
Well, what this girl? They were talking about what's her name? Hold on, let me think. What's her name? What's her name? Just the girl. They were talking about her. Yeah, and he was saying how like why is it a problem for her sitting here promoting exactly what we were talking about in our live? Like, what is the problem with her promoting marriage and trying to get single women to stop just giving themselves up to men and stuff like that. The same old. But of course, you got them bitter Betties that came in there talking reckless. So,
Well,
no.
they don't like just a girl, but they like people like the chick behind me.
Yeah. What is this about? I don't even know who that is. And that's a horrible picture.
Hey, it ain't no better pictures of them.
Oh, jeez.
Look like a sky bison. So
Sky bison, I'm dead.
what it is. Nah, man. So I bet she got that's the little Drew Afualo chick who she made content basically like, oh, men ain't shit, we hate men, blah blah blah. She just got engaged, right? So I was like, it's crazy how she promote, male bashing centric content, but you engage. And so I'm like, you not telling women how to actually get a man like you. You try to sit here and say she make it seem like the man just dropped in her lap and hate men, blah blah blah. But I'm like, that's detrimental to the women that you claim to support so much. And I'm like, without these women being mad at men, you have no career. So I'm like, either the guy's with you because you got the bag now. He decided to, y'all get married because you got that bag, or you are a different person with behind closed doors than you are and what you portray online. Like, you a hypocrite.
Yeah.
And she saw that, I guess, and I'll play the little clip from her. So she posted my shit, pieces of my video on her Instagram story. She didn't post it on TikTok, nor did she actually post it on her Instagram. She put it in her fucking story. So I seen her story, and I'm let me see what the screen recorder. I'm gonna show you what she said, because she posted she posted like a write up, and then she posted like a video talking cash money shit. And mind you, I ain't disrespect the girl in my video. I ain't call out her name, but she, damn. I said, that's crazy. I be showing these women plenty of respect, boy, and they always get nasty with me. So I don't know if you can read it, but this is what she said about me.
Oh no.
Hold on. I'm at to take off the goddamn background. Hold
on. Nobody is disrespectful, honey. You got it wrong.
All right, here we go. So that's what she said about me on her Instagram story. If y'all can read that.
Hold on. Okay.
Everybody read that, right?
I've seen enough. I can't speak for nobody else.
Everybody read that, right? Okay. So this then, after she called me out my name, said all this disrespectful shit, because she didn't actually articulate her thought. Hold on, you can't really see. Let me see if you can. All right.
I think I'm in the way at the bottom. At the last one.
It ain't nothing but one word.
Oh, okay.
It's ha 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 ha.
Oh. Child. Grow up. Yes, 3 paragraphs. Like, who does that?
It's in reverse. Oh. Well, fucking screenshot it and then read it, goddammit.
So
okay. I'll read it out loud.
Screenshot it.
We gonna read together, y'all. She said, the goalposts always move, don't they? He never gonna marry a woman like that. Well, he's only marrying her now because she has money. Well, actually, it's because you aren't who you say you are. She calls me the B word. What have I ever said that wasn't simply don't be with men who disrespect you? Never once have I said be awful and men will flock to you. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? Stupid. She calls me a B word again. Men like this are floundering because their one chess piece has been taken off the board. Now, how are you gonna get me, loser? Right.
That sounds like an 8th grade. That don't even sound like an 8th grade reading level, but okay.
Who is this K-Pit? I don't even think that
you got something you want to say? Come on up, sweetheart.
I don't even think that's a real person.
I think that's not a... Let me see.
Oh.
Hold on.
So she said that, right? Now, this was her actual... Let me see, where is it? Now I'm going to play her Instagram story about me. Hold on, let me...
You think you get a ring like that?
Let me pause there. So this is what she actually said about me.
Y'all, I am so dead serious.
Hold on. Let me cut it up all the way. So this is what she actually said.
Y'all, I am so dead serious when I say, where are all... I am so dead serious when I say, where are all of these men getting this shit that I've allegedly said? Like, where the fuck are they getting this information, bitch? Because it ain't from me, I'll tell you that much. Like, girl, when have I ever said, be a horrible person and sit there and a great man will come by? When the fuck have I ever said that? I've literally never said that, ever. I've never even told people to die alone. I said I'd rather die alone. Grammar is important and essential. And this is how I know that no man that ever makes videos like that about me ever actually watches my shit or has the capacity to actually process it and understand it. Without cooking and cleaning? Are those the only 2 measures of who's worthy of a ring? Like, what the fuck? If that's the case, I failed, and yet, you know? I'm for sure gonna make a TikTok about this later today, but this type of shit, that fuck-ass video from that bitch who's obsessed with me, who allegedly is married, by the way, and if you are, does your wife know you spend so much time looking at me? Or other women, for that matter, because all you ever do is stitch women. And I know for a fact this isn't your full-time job, so, like, this is just a hobby? Uh-oh. That's concerning. Anyways, moving on. That guy right there, first of all, is obsessed with me, but past that, he's a perfect example. A perfect example of how being nice to them and trying to educate them doesn't fucking work. It doesn't work. It doesn't matter. You could be as nice as fucking pie and they're still gonna make up fucking fan fiction about you, bitch. Fuck them. Be mean to them regardless. You know what I'm saying?
I mean...
She sound hurt. She sound really hurt by what you said.
I mean... I'm just saying. So my thing is, if I was to say something like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would the ladies like? What would it be? You know what I'm saying? Like, number one, to say that, like, you see the jabs that she takes. Number one, she calls me out my name. Number two, she trying to call my pockets. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to say something about my wife. That's really what she wanted to say. But she, you know what I'm saying? And she tried to call my pockets like, oh, well, clearly this isn't your real job. As if, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's the type of behavior these women like. You know what I'm saying? That's what get these loser women like riled up and be there. Cause she couldn't keep it respectful. The minute you get disrespectful, I got you. But then women not gonna see it like that. They not gonna see it like that. I'm gonna put her back up on the screen because she deserved to be seen.
Oh Lord. It sounds like she just like a little bitter. Tap the screen, y'all. Tap the screen. Let's get the 10K, please. Tap the screen.
And what's crazy about it, she trying to make it seem like she don't make hate men, like male hateful content, like hate all men content, but she does. She has. I posted a clip. It's in my video. She's done it. And she stated that she's built an entire platform and made her career off of it. She's bragged about that. So to then get it, see, but when she got that ring, if you notice her videos after she got that ring, she puts, she start putting like awful men in front of her videos before she put, you know what I'm saying, like her post on there. So now that she got a ring on her finger, she trying to differentiate and separate. Oh, well, no, I was never talking about all men. I was just talking about the bad men. No, shawty. No, you was talking about, she has the videos on her page. The internet is forever. She has the videos on her page. You can go on her page right now and see her lying. But her minions aren't gonna say, they're not gonna go and they don't care. Because as long as she's poking at the men that they can't have, if she's poking at them, she's the big bad bully. Remember the other day I talked about the last week I talked about bodyguards? She's a bodyguard. When you saw a group of pretty women, she be the bodyguard. And you got to get past her in order to get to the pretty women. You got to get past her to get to the pretty women.
Facts.
Hey, what's up, man?
Shawty got a whole New York Times bestseller book right now off of centering her whole career and platform off of hating fucking men. That's crazy. What's good, bro?
I just wanted to say real quick, and then I'll drop. I don't know if I knew about her for a while, and before she's openly admitted to being a misandrist, and she had like this real crazy cult following, right? And what happened was she was exposed because before it was the fiance, it was the boy. She it was the boyfriend. So she got exposed, and it went against her brand. And I don't know if you remember this, but it's probably like a year and a half ago, it actually started to blow up, and she started to get a lot of pushback from women because they're like, wait a minute, you're in a relationship the whole time telling us to not do this, not do that. Like, are you really authentic, right? And so then she actually disappeared for a little while. Then she started to slowly try to backtrack it and to trying to rechange the narrative from what she used to say before, which is blatantly stating, hey, misandry this, I hate men, I hate men, I hate men, I hate men, to now trying to do exactly what you were saying to do. Oh, it's just this, it's just that, it's awful, blah, 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 but still trying to go about the same tone because she's built this brand off of misandrist content.
Yes, exactly. And that's why she felt some type of way today.
Yeah, she preys on weak-minded, young, immature women to eat up, their following dollars because they're typically just, like I said, young or weak-minded, immature, still trying to figure themselves out. And she preys on that, just like that sprinkle lady does, and tries to get them to, or bitter women too, not even just young, just like bitter women in general, preys on them to get money out of them and build a whole brand off of it.
She's no different than Myron and Fresh and Fit. Myron and Fresh and Fit,
same thing.
They prey on men, young men, or men or unattractive men who can't get women.
Yeah, incels. Yeah.
She caters to women that look like her that can't get men. That's or they're upset because the men that they actually want don't want them other than for a bed pillow.
Yeah. But yeah, man, you're doing a great job, man. I just want to say that, man. Follow your platform. You're doing great, man.
I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
Take it easy.
What's good, Lisa? Who that is?
Yeah, that was going on, man. Hey, so I have listened to Drew's content a few times. I mean, a good amount of time. You know what I mean? Like, she goes viral a lot, so I've seen like, I don't know, probably a dozen of her clips overall. I have never heard her say that she hated that all men are one way or another.
I can show you.
Yeah, I would love. Yeah, let me see it before. Yeah, I'm good with that. I want to hear it.
Well, I got a screenshot from a video. Okay. That she with the first video I made from her. When she was making the video to that Kendrick Lamar video. I mean, when Kendrick dropped the Drake disc. Shit. I got it. This was one of I made about her. And as you can see at the bottom,
yeah, but what is she saying though in the video? Which was yeah, that's fair, right? I saw that.
Public, mute yourself because it's an echo.
Oh, okay, hold on. I got it.
All right, I'm gonna go to John's page because he posted the video.
Drew posted my video on her Instagram, and there's something I want to hit off before with the red pill community. Head and look at them. $1 million isn't life changing.
Where is? Oh, here we go.
It's never been hate all men content. It's been match their energy content. When women say they hate all men, like I don't give a fuck. Like I don't care. You should. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You should. Let's listen to that again. When women say they hate all men, like I don't give a fuck. Like I don't care. You should. Yeah, absolutely.
I would never say like I'm not all men. Like I do think it's all.
I've said before, they're all guilty until proven innocent. Social media does this weird thing.
Yeah. So even listening to that lady said she feels like it's all of them. She said, I feel like they're all guilty until proven innocent, which seems fair, right? Like that doesn't seem fair to you?
No, the other girl.
Yeah, the blonde girl said all men. Drew said, yeah, I feel like they're all guilty until proven innocent. So she didn't say all men.
So if a white woman said all black men are guilty until proven innocent, that would be fair?
No, that would be different because what if black people... No, it's completely different because black people, it is. Black people don't oppress white people, right? So that's the difference. If you said, now, as a black person, if you say all white people are guilty until proven innocent, that would make sense, right? That's fair. So that's what she's saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, why are we acting like y'all don't understand? Like, y'all can't. You a smart guy. You know that's what she's saying, right? You get that.
No.
No. How do you not understand that? She said it.
So because white people oppress black people, that means that generalization isn't equal to what she said.
It is, Benny, hold on. It literally is a 1-to-1, right? So men, we're gonna simplify it. White people have a history of oppressing black people. Men have a history of oppressing women. Men are the oppressors in this situation. If a woman who is the oppressed, right, who belongs to the oppressed class says, I feel like all men are guilty, right? until proven innocent, until they prove they're not misogynistic or extremely misogynistic or whatever, I don't trust them. The same way if a black person said, I don't trust white people in general until they prove otherwise, you would understand if a black person said that, but you're acting like you don't get a woman saying that about men. You see what I'm saying? Like you don't get that? It's literally the same thing.
So again, if a white woman said, I do not trust black men I don't trust all black men are guilty until proven innocent. That's different.
Yeah, because black people don't oppress white people. It's the same thing. Yeah. You would have to state the system of oppression, right? Or the institution that black people have, that black people are in control of, that harms white people. Name it. Name. So this is I think with these problems, I think what I'm starting to hear, right? To be fair, No. But you think about it in that one aspect. You're not looking at it in its totality. That's what I'm saying. So I get that now. I see. So to your point, maybe I could see it from that perspective if we're just talking about one aspect, right? But if we're talking about the whole system, or the history, right? That's what she's talking about. That's what most women who are aligned with this ideology, that's what they're talking about. The same way if a black person will be talking historically, and even right now, I'm not saying like oppression has stopped. I'm just saying like they will be talking about historically, black people were oppressed like this, and historically women are oppressed like that. It's okay for women to feel like I don't trust men in general. It's also, to me, I feel the same way they do. I don't care if a woman says I hate all men. I'm not gonna be like, what? That's crazy. Like I'll be like, yeah, I mean that's not healthy. Like me personally, I feel like that's unhealthy, right? But I'm not mad at them. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not like they're not a part of the problem. They just don't fuck with men. Okay, cool. If it don't apply, let it fly. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
So it's okay for them to generalize because they're quote unquote oppressed by men.
Yes, absolutely. It's okay for the oppressed group to generalize all men. Of course.
No.
Why not?
I'm a woman and I'm saying this is dumb as shit.
Nah, man. I'm sorry. But respectfully, it's not dumb because black people do this all day.
Like for your child, your son, to walk around and be generalized by women?
Yes, I don't care if he is. Yes, I expect my son to be generalized by all women. No, it's unfortunate, but if you cared about it, then you wouldn't be mad at the women. You would be mad at the men ruining it for my son and for your son, right? But you don't though, because you spend more time making. You don't. You spend more time. You spend the vast majority of your time attacking the women who have been slighted and wronged by the system versus the men who do the upholding of the oppression. Right. So if you truly care, talk about the men. Why are you talking about the women at all? That's weird.
So you're saying that I don't address men?
No, I didn't say that. See,
you saying I don't address men. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying that I don't think you actually care to address men because no, I didn't say you don't address men. I said you. Oh, enough. Yeah, you don't address men enough. I personally think you should never address women when it comes to this stuff. Because why? The same way I think it would be weird. The same thing. I would think it would be weird for a white person to come in and address black people and say, well, black people. Like, I don't care. They can talk about white people all the time. But as soon as they talk about black people, I'm going to look at them with a side eye like, don't talk about us. We not a part of this fucking problem. What are you talking about?
But in the white people's perspective, if they have black people doing things unto them that cause them to have those generalizations, that goes back to my point where I said, how is it not the same thing if a white woman said black men are guilty until proven innocent? When there are things that are in the black community that a lot of black men do.
Yeah, it's once again, you're talking about. Well, I'm waving off the generalization because you're talking about anecdotal experiences. It is not a systemic problem. Like black people aren't systemically oppressing white people. Back to my original point. So yeah, if you're white and you had a bad experience with a black person, think about that. You would think that person was racist. I'll be honest with you, right? I think most black people would if they have half a brain. If you encounter a white person and the white person says, the reason why I don't trust black people is because in the 10th grade, I was robbed by a black person. You would be like, that's racist. Because most black people aren't criminals, and there's no history of black people upholding a system of oppression. So that doesn't make sense on any level, right? But if you flip that around, and if you're
so systemically, how do black men oppress women?
How do black men oppress black women or women in general? They don't. We don't really. Well, that's a different conversation because now you got to. It is. Yeah. So in our community, who is responsible for the vast majority of the violence in our community?
The vast majority.
Yeah, I know. But in our, so you want to talk? You mentioned black people. Now you're moving the goalposts like she said you was doing. But let's talk about it though. So black men in the.
I can't, because number one, that echo is killing me. Number one, and I can't.
I feel like this was very disrespectful in the sense that we got to address something. But like, remember when we were on the live? Like I guess it was 2 weeks ago. We were speaking about men getting raped and everything. So if I'm saying that all women are rapists, but they don't know it, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? We were speaking like there was me, and there was another guy who spoke, and you did a video like you show screen. So I feel like this is disrespectful. Plus, he's bringing the race. What the race got to do with this? Like, he's bringing the race. Your point was just to prove that those women, they keep bashing men on social media and then gonna get married and showing a ring on social media. That was your point. So I don't understand when the guy was trying to go too deep. I'm not even sure, and I'm sure the girl wasn't even thinking about all the bullshit he was saying.
My point is, so he basically stated that it's okay for the oppressed to generalize people. So young men have to walk around getting generalized because of what other men that came before them have done. But then if you want to bring it back to the race portion of oppression, there is nowhere in the black community where black men have the power structure to oppress black women. That doesn't exist.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But to what she is talking about, she's talking about dating.
And that's the issue that I have with. And that's why
you gonna come back up, bro. You got to get rid of that echo because we can't have no conversation with that fucking echo. That's horrible. What the hell? That said,
is it still echoing? It is?
You have to leave the whole app.
Yeah, I got
you have to leave the whole app.
but like I was saying, I mean, if you're gonna sit here and say it's okay so basically men just gotta sit here and just get beat on and just take the shit.
I mean,
that's what we're gonna say here.
Nah, I mean, when you kind of living in a system where you're not woke to what's going on, I get exactly what you're saying. But when you living in a world where you're not too aware of what's going on around you, of course you're gonna have, an insight on things you might not really know.
I gotta prove to myself. I gotta walk around and prove to every chick that I'm not some creep. Like that is crazy. When most men are walking around not doing anything to women.
And unfortunately, that's the kind of world we live in, Chief. And it ain't gonna. You got people that understand, man. Like when you was on here last talking, there's some people that understand and some people that don't, man. And you got some people that still living in the past.
I mean, it's fine if that's the rhetoric that people want to go with. Understand that your sons, your father, the men that you care about, fall into that category too, and you want them same people, the ones that you love, to walk around and have to go through that and have to experience that. That's crazy to me. It go back to the brick. It literally can go all the way back to the brick lady situation.
Hold on, before y'all start talking, we at 15K likes and it hasn't moved yet. I'm gonna have everybody in silence if I don't get to my 25K soon. Know this. I don't care what y'all say. I will cut them comments off in a heartbeat.
Bad. I think it's gone now.
Okay.
Yeah. So, two things. Black men have the power to oppress because, like I said, like I mentioned before, we commit the vast majority of violence in our community, but men in every community commit the vast majority of violence in their communities. And that is oppression, right? That's what it looks like. That's like the worst form of oppression, actually, is violence. So yeah, black men have the power to oppress. We oppress our communities, like the same way white men oppress their communities, the same way Asian men oppress their communities. Like it ain't exclusive to black men, but if
in order to oppress your community,
You living in the 1960s.
What did you say, Benny?
You have to have the power structure in place in order to oppress people. We don't have the power structure within our own community.
Yeah, we do actually. I mean, I don't know what you mean, but are gangs not a power structure? Gangs aren't an institution.
Gangs are not everywhere.
Huh?
Gangs are not everywhere. We do not control them. We don't control the money. We don't control the education. We don't control anything within the economic system and the power structure to oppress our women. And gangs do not only just oppress the women; they would oppress men within the community also.
No, I know. I don't think you guys understand how the oppression works, though, because
gangs are not an institution, though.
Do you understand how oppression works?
Gumbo, I promise you, this is not. You don't just sit tight, brother. So
violence is not oppression.
It is. It's literally the worst form of oppression.
You can use violence in order to oppress. But violence is not oppression.
That is oppression. What are you talking about?
Go ahead, bro.
I don't know what y'all talking about. Violence is the worst form of oppression. There are many forms of oppression. Oppression takes form in many ways, right? Educationally, it could take form economically. It could take form in many ways. But violence, they almost always lead to violence, though, to be honest with you. If you oppress a group of people economically, it'll lead to violence. If you oppress a group educationally, it'll lead to violence, right? They start building prisons based on the third grade reading levels, right? They go, damn, these motherfuckers can't read the third grade. Let's start building prisons. So yes, violence is the ultimate form of oppression. First and for that, you're just categorically wrong. And secondly, yes, men get oppressed too. We are hurt by this very system. That's the thing that I think that's the thing for me. Once I realize it, like I realized that it also hurts men. I was like that's a no-brainer. Like, why are we upholding a system that hurts men, women, and children, right? Why are we and how the system is upheld? The same way poor white people don't have any. You could say that about poor white people, right? Like poor white.
So I'm still trying to hear what you say. How do black men oppress black women?
I just told you.
You're saying violence. So that's the only way that we oppress black women is through violence.
If that's the only way, that's the only way you need. What's the worst way than violence? What more you want me to give you? That we keep that we lock them out the lunch line? Like, what are you talking about?
We just going around beating black women. That's
more than beating, unaliving, to all types of abuse, raping. Black women are 3 times more likely to be unalived by a black man than any other demographic of people.
That's proximity.
No. Listen, see, you're listening to respond. You're not listening to understand. 3 times more likely, not by another race. That would be proximity. You're right. 3 times. So black men to black women, a black woman will get unalived 3 times more likely by her black man than a white woman would get unalived by her white man. 3 times more. That's not proximity. That is systemic. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This shit is not rocket science. Now, to my original point, what I'm saying is that if you, Benny, if you truly care and you true, oh man, it's so bad out here for men and da-da-da-da. Go talk to the men, because we have the power to change it, not the women. Drew can't change shit. She, honestly, I know she got a big platform and shit. She can't change shit, right? If you want to change it, go talk to men. But it seems to me that you actually don't want to change it.
No, it
you
seems
just want
to
to
me you don't watch my content. Just say you don't. You follow me and you don't watch my content.
I do watch your content. I actually stitch your video.
I literally just had a 4-hour live a week of the last time I went live, and there was a bunch of black men in my live discussing how women were assaulting them in their younger years, talking about mental health, talking about bettering ourselves as men so we can move forward. You missed that live, didn't you?
I think that's proving my point that you actually don't care.
No, you missed it. You said,
like that live actually would prove my point.
I don't talk to men.
I didn't say you don't talk to men.
You said I need to address the men because I don't address them enough.
Hold on, let me go back. I'll say it. I'll say it again. I'll say it again for the third time.
At all.
I don't. What I'm saying is I don't think you should spend any time talking to women if you actually care to make things better. Right? That's a big if. I'm saying if you actually are telling me.
So we can't address the bad things that women do simply because we're men. We shouldn't address women.
What do they do? What do women? What problem? What systemic issue that harms men can you trace back to women? Name one.
So you're gonna see
perfect world.
No, because you keep trying to hide what you're saying behind systemic issues to negate what they're doing. It doesn't. So you're gonna say that women getting online, young men coming up, getting online in the social media era, seeing nothing but women tell them you're a piece of shit. You're this, you're that. We don't need you. You're this, you're that, you're bad. You're a bad man until you prove to me that you're a good man. All these different things that doesn't impact them moving up and growing up through their adolescent years. That's not, but because it's not systemic, we shouldn't address that. We shouldn't address the wrong that the women are doing.
Yeah, A, that's not wrong. That's the point. And B, yes, I have a son. I don't know if you have kids, Benny. I'm not going to assume. I have a son.
You assumed a lot of other shit.
I got two kids. I haven't assumed anything.
You assumed a lot of other shit about me.
I haven't assumed anything about you, Benny. What I'm telling you is 100% true. You talk way too much about women. You hardly ever talk about men. And the shit when you do talk about men, it's a nothing burger. I talk about men all
the fucking time, nigga.
You don't.
Yes, I do.
Okay, how much you want to bet?
My fucking content.
How much you want to bet? I'll bet.
Nigga,
I'll bet. You know
nigga,
your content.
I will pull up my shit right now, nigga. That's what I'll do.
Hey.
I dropped him because I dropped him. Yeah, he
don't know what the hell he's talking about, bro. He gonna tell you how the hell you running your platform, what you have and what you don't have. I'm like, bro, what the hell is wrong with this person? Hell no, he don't watch the podcast. I'm getting mad, and it ain't even my goddamn platform.
Thank you. That's how I know you don't watch his content, because if you watch anything about Benny content, it's all about uplifting. It's all about motivating.
He get on everybody on both sides.
Right. He always motivates both sides. So
he can't say that women don't have a part.
You just doing it's a clout thing.
No, it wasn't no clout thing. He was gaslighting like a motherfucker.
That's why I don't agree with what he was saying. You can't just tell me that.
How do black men oppress women? Please tell me.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Influence.
He can't just say that like little black boys growing up don't get affected by how their moms play about raising them when they grow up. A lot of black men that I grew up with that do not want to be associated with their moms and how they were raised literally grew up in like the most traumatic places. Like grew up around shit they probably shouldn't have been looking at or seeing.
To say that black men oppress black women systemically in our community, that's disingenuous as hell when 70% of our households are led by women. They're not under the men to be oppressed. But either way, we'll go down my fucking TikToks, and since all I do is talk about women, we'll go as if we didn't just have an entire live the other night with all those black men coming up and talking about how they were assaulted by women. 3 years old, Aristar was 3 years old, assaulted by 2 black women. Bruh, come on, bruh. Again, but like I said, he missed that live, though. He missed that live.
Yep.
Missed the live when I sat there and I was telling, we got a whole doctor up in here, and I literally said I have $1,000. I got a band ready for anybody who needs to see a therapist. And I was talking to black men. He missed that part though. Missed that part. All these women in my comments missed that shit though. Again, but I told y'all that's what they do. I told y'all that's what they do. They wasn't in when we was talking all that, when we had men up in here helping other men get jobs and help get resumes written. They wasn't in here for that shit. But niggas like him show up when I'm talking about that big buffalo face. Boy, he wasn't in here for that. He wasn't in here for that. When you got women reaching out to me to take up to asking me, hey man, I know you said that money was for black men, but can you help me out? I want to go get therapy, but all I do is talk about women. Get the fuck out of here, nigga, bro. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. But I told y'all that's what they do though. That's what they do. That's what they do. But let's go down my TikTok since all I do is talk about women. I mean, shit. I'm talking about PlayStation. Hold on. Oh, sure. I'm talking about goddamn barbers. Talking about barbers. I mean, I'm addressing black women that fetishize white men and got them saying the N-word on live. You know what I'm saying? Talking about that. They're gonna be talking about Shannon Sharp and Ocho. They're gonna be talking about they're going my lives talking about, the essay of young black boys. They gonna meet they was all for it when I was talking about Cam Newton. When I was on me and Ass when I was during that whole Cam Newton thing. Like, come on, bro. Just say you don't watch my TikTok. When I was going at it with the passport, bro, dude. Like, come on.
Yeah, I remember
bro.
that.
Come on, bro. Don't play me like that. Don't play me like that. So we as a community, we gotta ignore all the toxic shit that women do simply because they're not systemically, they're not oppressed. So the oppressors, they can do whatever the fuck they want. Like that's overcorrection, and that's just as wrong as the person that y'all talking about are oppressing them. That's just as fuck. So little black boys gotta grow up and get their confidence beat down and told them that they're nothing until they prove that they're something to the very women that they're supposed to love and protect and take care of. That is toxic as fuck. And if you support that shit, block me. Cause that ain't what we do over here, bruh. And for all them women that was in the comments co-signing that shit, y'all the fucking problem. Y'all don't even have how y'all oppressed by men, how black women oppressed by black men. Y'all ain't even with us. We don't even have the systems in place. That nigga said gangs. What the fuck? Like, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. We don't own no banks. We don't own the education system. We don't own nothing that is used to oppress communities. Violence. Violence is a means to actually oppress. It's to enact the actual oppression. Like, come on, bro. And everybody, man.
Relax, brother. Don't let that motherfucker get to you like that.
So if that's the case, why are lesbian couples, two women, have the highest rates of domestic
divorce?
Violence?
I know you about to say that.
The highest rates of domestic violence are between two women together.
Yep, and divorce.
So what are we talking about here? Like, come on, bro.
Yep.
Come on, bro.
Look, I just came up here real quick to let you know, don't let public pandering, real stupid, goofy ass sit up here and get you out your
real talk, dog.
Your skin, folks. Because that man, first of all, he paints his fingernails. Man's be up on TikTok with purple painted fingernails talking crazy, bro, about men and shit. Don't pay him no money.
Yeah, leave that motherfucker alone, dog.
He really ain't. And to keep it a bean with you, bro, Phonum definitely got his TikTok started talking crazy about politics before he switched content talking about men ain't ish or whatever. And what's wild is he a man. He a whole man talking crazy about his own gender.
Like they ain't learned. What was the dude Medusa's whatever that dude is? Look at what he did. And they over there believing that shit from that man. Like, get out of here, bro. That man.
And on top of that, he run around with a gaggle of females that also ain't married or are married, running around with his goofy ass. I call him the Hyena Don Squad, for real. But
I don't even know who that dude is.
Yeah, don't worry about him. He ain't shit. He just trying to get out the D leagues for real. But I just want to let you know, don't let him get you out your box, King. You already know what you.
Yeah, Benny. Hey, Benny, I gotta tend to these kids, man. I'm gonna get back on here later.
Hey, man, go handle them little ones, bro. Appreciate it, man.
All right, dog. Stay up, man.
See,
Drop me,
Benny,
dog.
I had to drop him because you was getting too hot, and I can't have us getting in trouble again. Because remember, I'm already in trouble, so we both can't be in trouble together. Okay? D, where the hell was you at?
It was getting me mad. I was starting to get mad, bro, because it's like you being like niggas really was trying to gas. Like then you got to pick me the pick me women in the comments like public like shut up.
Nah, they ain't.
Will you please hold on, sweetheart, hold on. Can you please put Jay up there because she swore up and down she got something to say. So let her speak, y'all. Men, let her say what she got to fucking say so she can shut the hell up.
Who is Jay?
Jay with heart.
Situational awareness. I don't know if y'all heard about what happened in North Carolina. I'm not too sure if it's true or not. I'm not too sure if that actually happened. But a brother of one of our brothers got lynched out in North Carolina. I guess he was a truck driver.
Yes,
and,
it is true. It did happen. The police are actually.
And I'm just trying to figure out exactly why the hell hasn't North Carolina flipped.
Yeah, they're trying to cover it up. The police, they're saying that he did it. Number one, they're trying to say that he did it himself. And they're saying that he went to Walmart to buy the rope and then did it to himself. But then when the mother tried to come down to identify the body, the coroner said, "Oh, well, you don't want to see him like this." And then they tried to say, "Oh, well, the father needs to sign off on it." So then the father comes and he signed off on it. And now they're saying, no, first it was COVID related. They was like, "Oh, you can't come see the body because it's COVID." And I was like, "What?" So then the mother kept pressing and they was like, "Oh, well, you don't want to see the body like this." No, they was like, the father has to sign off. So then the father comes, he signs off. Then the coroner was like, "Oh, well, you don't want to see the body like this." But it's like, well, if he just, roped himself, then the only thing that happens is the body, it gets stiff because loss of oxygen. It shouldn't be to the point where you don't want to see the body. But so from what I can assume is he probably got attacked. He got, they jumped him, attacked him, and then they tossed him up on the tree. And now the police are actively trying to cover it up. So
it's getting way too out of hand. That's what I can say, man. It's getting way out of hand. I don't understand why. I don't understand why this is happening to our people. But it's definitely starting to irk my nerves even worse. Like, this something needs to happen for real.
So, I mean, for all my truck drivers, you on the road, man, even when I ride, I used to be a traveling warrior, especially in the military. I used to drive all the time, drive back home, drive everywhere. Be careful, man. You got to use, I know it's 2024, but it's still sundown towns and all that type of crazy shit, Stop in big cities, Don't stop in small areas. Don't stop. Try not to stop at night. All things to truck driver, keep that fire on y'all, man, and keep yourself protected, bro, because it's some evil people out here, man. It's some evil people out here. But yeah, I hope that brother get justice, man. I hope that them parents get justice for that shit because it's crazy out here, man. But yeah, it did happen. It is true. Hopefully the truth comes out with that situation. So yeah.
Most deaf.
But yeah, man, that dude got me fucking hot, boy. My ears over here hot, boy.
Yo,
what's good? Who that
hey,
is?
so I just wanted to touch on when they were saying about the systems of oppression and all that through the black community.
Hold on.
According to
who's speaking right now?
This Big Keenan.
Okay, I'm gonna mute everybody else okay. All right, go ahead, bro.
But just real quick, according to their logic, black women are the most educated and make the most money. So how are men of this community the leader of this oppression?
They have more they own more homes, they have the most education, they make the most money, and they're more, they have the most businesses, right? That's what we hear all the time on this app. Huh? You bringing out?
I said it seemed like a matriarchy to me.
I mean, by the logic,
you hear
right?
me? Yeah. By their logic. It seems like they just want to take all the accolades and all that stuff and put all the negative shit on the men. That's what it seemed like.
Yeah.
But that was all. That's all I had to say.
I appreciate that, bro. Hey, you ain't wrong though. Who that is, Therese? No, I don't have to be jealous. You know why? Because all those stats are fucking fake. That's why. But y'all go to school the most. Y'all don't have the highest graduation rates. But guess what you do have? You have the most student debt. You don't make more money than black men. You actually make way less. So there's no reason to be jealous. But see, that's the problem. It's not a comp-a-fucking-tition. It's not a comp-a-fucking-tition. But y'all think it is. Y'all think it is. And that's why y'all like women like Drew Afualo, because she hypes up y'all egos and make it think that it's a competition. I get on here that's all I see. For people who really follow my platform, I'm always on here talking about black love. I'm always talking about black men have sexual discipline. I talk about that all the time. So that's why it was really starting to frustrate me when that dude was sitting there lying, because you don't watch my content. Say you don't watch my content. Don't lie. Say you don't watch my content, because I'm always up here talking about how men need to be disciplined, how men need to remain and stop. I literally talk about, if you're going to talk to a woman with kids, you can't do certain things. You need to ask certain questions. And if you can't, don't. Come on, bro. I talk about this shit all the fucking time.
What are ways you advocate for men to be more disciplined? What advice do you offer them to be more disciplined?
Is this a genuine question?
Yeah, I'm genuine, bro. I'm a real one.
So I always tell fellas to be sexually disciplined. So if you're in a relationship, I speak from people trying to be married or get married or are already married. So I talk to the fellas who say, man, so for the single fellas, you say, man, I want to be married. I want a family. I want a wife. I tell them all the time, you have to change your mentality. You can't just sit there and go and diddle daddle and just hit and stick and move. Like, you have to change your thought process. You have to move with intent when it comes to women. You have to protect yourself.
And I don't believe they know how to go about doing that. So that's why I asked you. And if you said that's your platform, because I'm not saying I hold both accountable. I actually hear both out and understand where both are coming from. So ways of men can be disciplined is understanding what is important to them and not settling for anything less. So let's say we got the red pillars or the passport bros, right? Let's say they come up here and they talk about, hey, you get this.
So when I speak about discipline, I'm talking about sexual discipline, because if you don't have sexual discipline, you don't have the other disciplines in your life are gonna, they're gonna take a hit.
All right. So most of the time when a man is not practicing sexual discipline, most average men can't even get the woman they desire anyway. They get leftover type of women. They get the women that men come up here and say, oh, I don't want a woman that wears makeup, weed, da, 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 da. But yet they'll sleep with these women if they come across them, because we don't get the action that we don't have access to the women how women have access to us, meaning a woman can call up damn near any man in this live if she's attractive enough. Not super attractive, but attractive enough. They'll try to come through and get her. So what I'm saying is, for the men to properly showcase their discipline, the women that you don't agree with, that you talk bad about, don't even sleep with them, because women operate off of validation. They operate off of compliments. They operate off of attention. So even if you run your mouth up here about a woman who doesn't do the things you like them to do, or they wear weave, you're still giving them attention. You give them space to respond, right? So it's like, I tell men to stop giving them any type of attention. Don't text them, like a picture, don't respond back. If you don't agree with somebody, just say, okay, that's cool. That's how I get people away from me. I see where you're coming, and I do see where they're coming from.
Cause I tell all the time, like I can't relate to the issues that a lot of these guys get on here and complain about when they talk about women. They're like, oh, they're not feminine, they don't respect me, they do like, they don't do this, they don't do that. And I'm like, well, don't deal with those type of women. Go deal with the women who are gonna do those things. Like I didn't pay attention to women who weren't nice to me. I didn't pay attention to women who were mouthy. I didn't pay attention to women who like to get handsy when they get upset. I didn't pay attention to women who, don't know how to apologize or lack emotional intelligence. I didn't deal with those women. And even if I thought you, and so even on the surface level, when I started getting to know you, we started the conversation, you display those traits, I blocked you and I moved on. I didn't even lay down with you, like you said. So I agree.
And a lot of men come up because they can't get these women, or these women give them a hard time, so they talk about them.
Yes.
And it is frustrating. Like me personally, everybody does this. I don't like when people don't respond to me. It can be the homie. I find it to be rude. Like, if you see me say something, acknowledge it in a good amount of time. Like, don't take 3 days and say, oh, my bad, I was busy, because everybody takes shits and everybody pees. So that's not a good enough excuse. But that's just my thing. That's just a personal thing. I'm not a fan of people who, and it's not disrespectful, it's just rude to me, right? So I always address things, and if you can't accommodate what I address, then I'll just leave you alone. I don't have no ill will towards you. You're not a bad person. You're just not a person that works out for me. So most men, the women that they're upset with is these women didn't give them access. The women that wear the weaves, the ones that got the BBLs, you have something you followed from an influencer, a rapper, a basketball player, and you want those same women. And guess what? I've been that same guy too. I never liked no one with no BBL, but I like beautiful looking women. So when you get rejected by these women or they play with you, you want to get upset and come up here and talk about them, but you're giving them attention. You're giving them the opposite of what they deserve. Because any attention, they're going to have a space to respond, and you're still giving them some power. But guess what? When you stop giving these poor trash women, whoever you perceive as trash, I'm not talking about nobody in general. When you stop giving these women this attention, this access to you, this free access of taking them on dates when you don't even know them, and they don't deserve no money dates or no nice restaurants. When you stake that away, they start to reform. They start to change and become better women. The women that you reject, and if they keep getting rejected by men who they find valuable, they're going to switch it up in a good way. They're going to say, you know what? Maybe it's something. You leave somebody to think to themselves, they got to think about themselves. Like, maybe it's something I'm doing. Let me change something up. And that goes for men too. That's for both of us. We have to stop giving attention to people who don't align with us, because we're giving them some type of energy that they can feed off of, and they can respond or they can do whatever. But no attention is something to make you think. Maybe I got to get my stuff together.
I tell fellas all the time, like, you have to value yourself. You have to value you have to put value on what's between your legs. You can't just give it to anybody. You did, like, body count matters for men too. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be out here willy-nilly just doing it because you can. You know what I'm saying? And then that's how you get these guys. They dealing with women they don't like. They dealing with women and giving women attention, money, sex to women that they don't like and don't deserve it. And then when they end up pregnant, now they mad on the internet complaining about paying child support. They can't see their kids and all that extra shit. But you ain't had no business dealing with her in the first place.
And guess what? Man, if y'all don't know, when y'all sleep with a woman who ain't worth the damn, so you know it. Let's say you got somebody just to hit, like she just got a nice butt or something.
Right.
You make her believe that she's on the level of you because you gave her some wood. Hold
on, bro. My bad. I ain't gonna try. What's her name? Therese? You can come up on the panel, or you getting blocked. Because you're not just going to sit in the comments and say stupid shit. You can come in the panel and speak your piece, or you're going to get blocked. If you're really trying to understand. Come in the panel, have a conversation. She got 3 comments.
I'm on it.
Appreciate it. But go ahead, Edwin.
Yeah, what I was saying was, even let's say like I said, I'll go back to it. You see a chick who is not attractive to the eye for a man, but she got that thing behind her. When you give her, and she can be trash, she ain't got nothing going.
Nothing
When you
going.
give her wood, she thinks she's on the level of a woman that you really desire because you gave her attention.
Right.
Have you men ever dealt with a woman who wasn't attractive, but you made them in a sense feel attractive? Like she felt like she was that girl in a sense, like she could come over, or she could say certain things to you, and she is supposed to be saying like all that stuff. It's because you validated her with wood. So if you don't agree with certain women, and for women, if you don't agree with certain men, you can't give them any type of attention because they'll feel like they're something that they're really not. And I'll end it there.
Yes, sir. Malik.
Yo,
what's up, bro?
what's up, man? It's first live on your platform.
What up? Welcome.
I'm just soaking in everything, what everybody's saying. That's why I'm on your platform right now. But from that last guy that was talking, I do agree 100%. Man, like I remember one time in high school, I had an ex. So long story short, she wanted to have sex. But me personally, I was too hesitant. I'm like, I don't know. Like I had to really sit this one down. But I was very young. I was like 15, like around that time. Yeah, I was 15 around that time. But I was too hesitant. So I'm like, I had to sit this one and like think this one out. But then long story short, I get a call. Next thing you know, that she said that, yo, I actually changed my mind. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna go with this shit. Whatever. But at the end of the day, I wasn't really tripping because, because I actually seen like around, like I'm 24, right? So around people around my age is like, bro, I witnessed a lot of shit during high school and still on to this day. Like a lot. Like I remember one time I know this person personally. There was this girl in my class. And this was and me and my friends found out, I think it was like the beginning of like grade 10. She got pregnant. I'm like, oh shit. And it just made me realize that you really have to have like discipline for like a lot of for this shit specifically, but just in general. But it just opened my eyes yeah, I'm gonna sit this one out. I'm gonna really sit this one out because that ain't it. You know, but that shit opened my eyes. Is like you gotta really have discipline in terms of sex specifically,
Yeah.
That shit. Because next thing you know, you go through a lot of bullshit, some baby mom drama. Like I know people personally that go through that shit, and it's not cute. And but.
Well, yeah, I appreciate you sharing that, bro.
No problem, man.
Yes, sir. Who that is? Hypothetical. You there? Hello? No?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, bro?
I was muted. What's up, brother? I came across your content probably about 3 days ago. You was talking about the therapist, the guy that was asking the woman for some advice, and she started kind of like yelling at him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the first time your content came on my For You page, and so I went to your page and I checked out a lot of your deals, and I wish that y'all wouldn't have dropped public because you're an articulate brother, and you. I watch this stuff too because everything is like he said, gaslighting. He gaslights stuff. People do get up to that, talent. And I just wish that I went to you. I know you're an articulate brother, and I wish that you would just held on to him and let him have it. I went on a platform before. He was talking about men, and I kind of got the gist of it that his father, wasn't in his life, and he's mad about that. And also, he's not married to a woman of color as well. So he got his own issues going on, brother.
Oh,
So
really?
I mean, I just
That's funny to see
all he
all
do talk about.
It's funny to see all the black women clapping it up for him, but then turn around and he with a whole woman that ain't even black. That's crazy. And I'm with a whole black woman with black ass kids. That's funny. That's funny. And all I do is talk about black men.
But and when I saw him come up, there, I was like, yes, fine. Because if you go to his line and you try to, talk, sense. People do all this statistic reading. I don't know where they get it from. They just, say statistically speaking, and I don't know where they get it from. But if you ever get a chance, man, I would like to hear you debate them because I know. And keep your head cool, man, because you articulate enough to go ahead and humble him, bro. That's all I got to say about that.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that, bro. Damn, what lock though? I guess she went to go eat Popeyes. But I guess I'll wait till she get back. Influence, what's up?
I was just gonna ask, like, how do you think men should go about, like, how y'all talk about how they show interest to people they're not even interested in because they feel like they should settle? I guess that's how they feel. So they're like, yeah, I'm gonna just settle for this one because I can't get the person that's up to my like who I want, like IG bad models, people like that.
My personal belief is that we all settle in some shape, fashion, or form because nobody's perfect. None of us are perfect. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna get everything you want in a partner, whether that's male or female. Like, so you gotta compromise and come to the table and negotiate. You know what I'm saying? So I think we all settle in some shape, fashion, or form. But if you just dead on get with somebody that you don't even like, you know what I'm saying, then I guess that's like a bad form of settling. And if that's the case, so are you asking like how do women avoid those types of situations?
I was more so asking about the men's perspective because that's what y'all were talking about, and I was interested in the discussion that was going on. Like when y'all were talking about how men will just give it up to anybody because sometimes they just don't value like self-respect or their own values of like, because I feel like in our system of like when we grow up and stuff, like men aren't told to preserve your body. Like your body is a temple. Like it's something that you should be proud to like keep preserved.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of asking on that perspective.
So I'll say that women also have a part to play in that because what woman doesn't want a quote unquote player, like a man who knows his way around the bedroom. So there's an added pressure on that too. Like what woman has the patience to deal with a man who can't please them in the bedroom? So the only way you get experience is to sleep around. You know what I'm saying? That said, what I speak to is to those fellas is like when you start talking about I want a wife, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to be the head of a household. I want a wife. I want a family. You have to change your mindset and in general decentralize yourself from women in regards to finding your own worth and not it be between your legs. You know what I'm saying? So that way, when you go and you deal with women, you can actually focus on her qualities and picking quality women because your mindset has to change from quantity to quality. So you have to as a man, you got to value yourself because not every woman deserves your attention. And if you carry yourself and you consider yourself a quality man, just like if you're a quality woman, you don't need to deal with people. You need to be more intentional, as a man, when you say, I want a wife. Now, if you don't want a wife, do whatever fuck you want to do. But when you start talking about marriage, building towards a family, you have to move with purpose and intent.
That's why I asked, because me and my fiance, when we first sat down, when we were first dating, we've been together for 5 years, but when we first sat down, he made it very clear to me what he wanted up front. Like, I feel like women would perceive it more if they're just like, okay. Because I know some women that will really be like, you'll tell them, like, yeah, I really just want to fuck. And they'll literally, because you're up front about that shit, they will literally still be with you. I know so many people like that. I think it's crazy. But
those situations are people think they got the person that they like and fits all their physical attributes, but they think they can change their mental, and that's not gonna happen.
yeah, that's the thing too. Like when people are like, I can change you to fit how I want you to fit, instead of just getting somebody that's up to what they want in a perspective, like how people try to change people that they think should dress more modest or stuff like that, and then try to take somebody that doesn't fit their agenda and try to put them in that placeholder and get mad when they don't get put in that narrative.
You can't be a man talking about you want a wife and a family, then you go get an Instagram baby that's at the hookah lounge every weekend, standing on top of the table shaking ass. She's not gonna be. I'm not gonna say she can't, but likely she's not gonna be. The nice lady who dresses modest and loves her husband. I'm just saying.
That's all I had. Thank you.
No, you good. I appreciate you.
I have a question to what she was saying. I as a man, I have a different standard. People call me weird when a woman tries to, let's say, have intercourse on the first day. I leave. I don't talk to her because to me, my mind thinks of how many men been in there on the first time, and if I develop a relationship or anything like that, I just start a relationship cold turkey because I sit there and think if I can get it on the first time and we're not waiting, my mind thinks that way. So when she say every man think that, I don't think about sex. I try to build a foundation in what do you want. That's the biggest thing with me, and a lot of women don't talk to me because of that. They was like, you weird, you wouldn't, especially guys. They was like, so if a girl give it to you on the first night, you won't take it? I said no, because I think about how many women been there and they call me weird and stuff like that. But that's why I'll tell not every guy goes for that, because that don't control me. I go for a woman personality.
That's good. But I'll give you a little perspective, like my perspective on that. I'll say this. Like if we've been, cause dating now is a little different than the last time I was single. I say that. So I actually would talk to chicks for like a week or two before we probably went out. You know what I'm saying? Like got a vibe, got a feel, kind of built got an idea who she was. So by the time we did go out, it was like, it was something there. And so if things naturally kind of like progress and like it was natural and I was really feeling her and kicking it, I wouldn't judge her. I don't know how to explain it, and if it even makes sense. It makes sense in my head. So like if everything was clicking and it kind of just naturally happened and that's just what it ended up, I wouldn't judge her. But if it was just like on some, we barely know each other, you just linked up and you trying to give it up, then I'm like, I would look a little sideways. So that was the way I thought when I was back in the streets and moving around. But I mean, if that's your perspective, I respect it, because at the end of the day, you value yourself. You know what I'm saying? So kudos to you, big dog. That's what's up.
Appreciate it.
Can I speak?
Hold on. Nah, not yet, bro. Hold on a little minute. Therese, is that how you pronounce your name, ma'am?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, all right. So you was in the comments and you said you want to gain an understanding. So what you want to understand?
The gentleman who was on here before was saying that, the worst thing you can do to the women that you don't approve of is to basically give them oxygen or give their content attention and whatever. And then you agreed that that's true.
No, we were talking about in real life, like dating women.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you were talking about in general. So I was like, if not giving them oxygen is what is the goal, then why are we talking about Drew? Isn't that giving her attention?
No, we talking about actually dating women in real life, not content.
Okay. So it's okay. It's useful to talk about Drew and what you don't like about her and warn people against her in this space. But you guys were talking about dating. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. That was really my only question.
Okay, that was it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Well, I hope I cleared that up.
Oh yeah, you did.
Is there an issue with me addressing Drew and the things
No.
that he does?
I was just curious. People, not you particularly, but there's a lot of attention given to people that you don't like. And if you don't like them, I would think just ignore them would be
It's
a
not that
good idea.
I don't know her personally. I'm addressing her content.
So do you think that her content is doing some sort of public damage that it's worth discussing? Is it like that? Like, here's her and this is why she's harmful? Like that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so warning the women who follow her and admire her that she is not good for them, that she is not.
I would tell those women to be cautious of blindly following and attaching to someone like her, just like I would tell men to be cautious, blindly following and admiring people like Fresh and Fit, because they're the same sides of different. I mean, they're the same coin, just different sides.
I see. All right. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, hope I cleared that up. All right, Slang, what's good, bro?
Oh man. Oh, what's up? Oh,
Hold on, Mark. Hold on. we got Slangs. Unmute yourself, bro. You muted, bro. You still muted. You muted. Unmute yourself. You're talking to the mute. All right, there you go.
Oh, wait, you guys can hear me?
Yes.
Oh wait, like it's slang as in snake in South Africa, not slang as in slang words. Oh wait, sorry. Let me continue from the conversation from what I've heard so far. Okay. I generally think that judging a woman based on whether she smashes on the first date, you shouldn't look at it from that perspective, man. Look, if two people mutually want something, right? Why delay it? Why wait? That's my own personal opinion. If she wants it, you want it, whether it's the first date, second date, third date, fourth date, it doesn't mean any less if you guys decided on the first date that mutually you both want it, right? We still love my ass of what? Anyway, and I think we're judging women on the wrong things, man. Since we need to judge them based on the fact that they multiply. We need to judge them based on the fact whatever you give them, they give you 20 times back in return. We need to look at women as the creatures that they are, man. And they are precious and they are quite opposite. And when it comes to males is a whole other species, you know. How do I explain? Like males basically they come with a set program, bro. And if not for a female, that doesn't change until they meet the female they want to change for. So whether she decides to do it on the first date or the last date, the situation stays the same. The male decides at the end of the day whether he wants to stay or not. Is that clear? Did I make myself clear on that? Not so clear?
I mean, you good, man. Keep going.
Oh yeah. So that is what I wanted to say. I don't think we're judging people on the wrong things.
No, I agree. I don't think we like that's why I told him. Me personally, I don't judge simply based off of if we mess around on the first time we link up. It's for me, it's about how we go about it. If it happens naturally, I mean, cool. But if it's just random and you on some bop shit, I wouldn't do it. But yeah, I appreciate you coming up, bro.
Why keep dropping me?
I don't know. I don't know what you got going on there. And there's Simone, is that Simmons? Simmons.
Yes, Inez Simmons. Thank you for having me. I had a quick question. So I've been a part of a couple lives, and I keep seeing us talk about the same things, Black women talking about Black men, and Black men talking about Black women. And I'm like, where are the solutions? And I like what you said a little while ago, because I was starting to get nervous. I was like, I don't want to lose the plot. Like, it should really be, what are the issues? And then what can we individually do? And then what can we collectively do? And so what I'm finding is, and no offense to anyone that is a little more seasoned in the comments. I feel like a lot of the older generation is coming for us. I mean, like people who are 35 and below.
Okay.
And they're stating the problem is like, well, women are being more promiscuous and it's really on the woman. And I'm like, okay, but it can be shared. But I'm like, you guys are talking about this, but then you also are our parents. So I think that's where I'm like, where is the not a disconnect with the older generation? Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if you have seen any of my content or my lives before, but we talk about So if this your first one, I mean, this one got off. This one got off topic because of Buddy that came in earlier that threw everything off. Because normally my lives are very productive and we have solutions. That's why I spoke about the last live I had. It was about Black men mental health, like our stigma against going to therapy, things of that nature. And it was about 4 hours long. We had Black man after Black man come up, share their thoughts, share their feelings, share their experiences about therapy, things of that nature. It ended with a actual doctor, therapist being in the live. I myself and also financial, which is she's in the comments. We both offered monetary services or assistance to people, to Black men, to book therapy sessions with the doctor. And if you didn't, she was a Christian based doctor. And if you didn't feel comfortable with that, she could recommend you to someone else. They reached out. I've set up several, I've sent several cash apps and money to a couple of people. And then a lady reached out to me and said she was in the live and she wanted to know if it was open to women also. I said, sure. She's supposed to reach out to me today. And we're going to hook that up. So we do solutions over here. This one was just off because dude that came in earlier.
No, I appreciate that. And I was thinking about what you said just about your TikToks. I did go and peruse a couple of them. And I'm like, if we're having these solutions and these conversations in the live, then I don't understand why it's seeming as if, like, on the flip side, like, because I've seen a couple of people stitch your stuff and like, he's just rage baiting, he's just angry. And I'm like, I don't get that, but this is my first live. So I was like, let me just see. So I'm happy that, we were able to clear some stuff up, and thank you.
No, we don't roll tide over here. But yeah, I mean,
we definitely roll tide over here. Don't start.
Nah, I mean, there's like the people that's here, that's always here. They can tell you, like the live before, like I said, the one about mental health. We had a guy, one of my mutuals. He came in and shared his experience of being, his trauma and being assaulted by 2 women at 3 years old. And the only reason he found out was because, like, he connected his trauma was because of a phrase that he told his therapist, which was, sex is a game and I play to win. And then his therapist told him that was because when he was younger and got assaulted by those women, they made it seem like it was a game to get him to do it. So that's how deep it got on my last live. The live before that, we were talking about building, building your credit, building your wealth, or
job opportunities.
We had a guy from USA Jobs coming in, HR guy, and he was like, look, I help y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like resources and shit is over here. So we don't do that shit over here in my life. Like I said, Buddy just fucked everything up and got me mad.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah, I mean, if you want to stick around, hey, we probably we talk about all type of shit over here. So yeah, I appreciate you actually watching, or coming to my page and actually looking and using your own thoughts and opinions and forming your own thoughts and watching to, instead of just going off of what people say. I do appreciate that. What he said, pandering and gaslighting Benny. I guess. But who was that? Marcus, what's up, bro? Now we break out the bill.
Yeah, can you hear me? What's up, Benny?
What up?
Yeah, I wanted to join your live to why has it been like a rise of like hate on Black men and like so much gender conflict between both of us, like both the genders? Like I've been seeing a lot of it on Twitter, TikTok, And like I feel like we're all getting the punches as black men. Like we're the main issues in the community when it takes two people to cause a issue in the community. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because we're low hanging fruit. It's easy to punch down on us right now. So that's just what it is, and I think there's an overcorrection in our community. You know, our women have gone through things. I'm not gonna sit here and act like they haven't. But there's been an overcorrection, and then it doesn't help that people are looking to profit off of our division, whether it be regular content creators, whether it be corporations, whether it be big business. Everybody's profiting off of our division and off of our, you know, I wouldn't say hatred of one another, but our distaste in one another. And that is why I work so hard to speak about marriage and black people coming together, because we need one another. I talk about, you know, the importance of us being together and getting by as regular working class people. You need to be married. You need to be with one another. That's what works. And so I speak to that, and I speak to what you need to do as a man, as a black man or a black woman, to understand one another so that we can pair together and start doing great things. Because y'all see me all the time. I talk about my wife all the fucking time. I talk about how great it is to be married all the time. I talk about how it's more stressful to be out running in the streets than to find you a good woman and getting out the way. I talk about these things. So for the people who get into my comments and come onto my videos and say that I do otherwise, don't really watch and don't really pay attention and don't comprehend my content. And that is why I got so frustrated earlier when that weird dude came out with whatever his name is, Project, whatever, Hood Rat Project, whatever, came in my live and tried to gaslight me, because that's wrong. And then don't tell me you watch my content. You know what I'm saying? Just say I'm over here bullied. Like don't like, that's one of my biggest pet peeves, is when people like they're obviously lying. Bullshit. So, but yeah, man, I don't know if I answered the question, but I mean, that's why you see all this division. People got to change their algorithms, man. You got to change your algorithms. The reason why I see a lot of stuff is because people send it to me. But if it ain't, my personal algorithm is anime, fucking technology, history videos, war videos, things of that nature. That's my actual algorithm. The only time I really see crazy shit is if I might see a balloon pop here and there or something like that. But most of the crazy stuff that I stitch comes from people tagging me or sending me to it. So you got to change your algorithm, man. I think there's a lot less of it. I think a lot of people, I say all the time, there's a lot of losers, right? A lot of people are losers. They don't have lives. They really don't live. That's why I don't really get upset on social media about social media shit, because I have a real life, a happy life. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people don't actually have lives. So if you out there and you're interacting in real life with people, a lot of this shit you see on the internet, I don't experience in real life, because people that, you know, perpetuate these ideologies and these things on the internet, I don't see them, because I'm not trying to hear that shit. I ignore them. And when you start getting to the point where you can ignore it in real life, you know what I'm saying? Like, your life becomes a lot more peaceful. When you surround yourself with like people who are on the same shit as you, I mean, you really get to, you know, stop paying attention to this shit. So, but who that, Wayne? I don't even know what the hell y'all are talking about.
Yeah, what's good, baby? One, like, it was just two things I just wanted to like say that dude said that it didn't make no sense at all to me. If you saying that violence is systematic, then how you don't believe verbal violence on the internet towards men is systematic as well? Like, if people is constantly saying men ain't this, they don't have no value, all of that, constantly, especially to young men. I can understand us, we in our 30s, we could differentiate, But for younger men, like 15, 16, 13, how you don't see that as verbal violence being systematically messing them up, giving them low self-esteem, moving on forward? And then if you a father, how I don't want to use any words that's gonna get me in trouble, but how are you not looking at that towards your son as messing him up long term? You talking about, well, my son just got to deal with it because of the violence that dudes did. Past tense, the violence that men did, it was never. At least somebody tell me if I'm wrong, but it was never organized violence. As we're all men, all I don't speak specifically for black men. Black men are all saying we're gonna do this organized act towards black women to keep them down. I never heard of that. I heard of.
And that's why when I asked that question, he said gangs.
Gangs hurt everybody. Like
exactly. But the women was going for this shit, and they thought he was really saying some shit.
He's a goof. He's a goof, and we see it time and time again. Anybody, men or women, that goes specifically hard on one side and sees the other side as like innocent, can't do nothing wrong, there's something wrong with you every time. And that's my one issue with a lot of these creators on both sides. As you said, Fresh and Fit and Drew Afualo is the same person, because you can't systematically be telling women constantly, oh yeah, many of this, and then turn around and pop out with this supersized heavy rock on your hand. To me, I feel like she playing in your face.
Yeah.
She playing in your face.
Yeah.
The same way Fresh and Fit be talking about, oh, y'all can't be messing with these type of girls, and then they on the yacht with a whole bunch of IG models. Like they laughing in your face. They laughing in your face like y'all goofies and spending your money.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what I had to say.
But they don't see it like that. They don't see it like that, and that's what I was speaking to. But they so like mob mentality that they not even listen. They not hearing what, like, you're funding. Like, it's just like the rap girls, just like the rap guys. They're selling you a lie. And if they keep you upset, she's not telling you how to actually find the man. She ain't gonna tell you that. Because if you found the man, you wouldn't come back to her content. You wouldn't make her a New York Times bestseller if you didn't come back to her. You know what I'm saying? If you had a man. Because your man gonna be like, why the fuck you listening to her? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you, like, that's not your reality. Why are you know what I'm saying? And that's why I always tell people, whether you a man or a woman, if the person that you're listening to is so gung-ho and one-sided on one thing, you got to start questioning their authenticity. She's literally the Dr. Umar for women, but they don't see it that way. They don't see it that way. And as far as to the point where these young boys, I got 2 teenage sons, bro. And they're this generation, the Gen Alpha, whatever they are, they're constantly online. They see this shit. They see it. And that's all they hear. They go to school and that's what they see. The girls are telling them this, regurgitating the same shit they hear online. They see it. They seeing it at school in public with their peers. They come on the internet and they see it on their peers. And it's like, so you cool with your son having to basically be told he's worthless and he has to prove his worth, and he's guilty until he proves otherwise. And he's just supposed to go through life with low self-esteem. He's supposed to go through life and just feel like he sucks. He's less than, and you cool with that. I feel bad for his son because that damn shit ain't gonna be mine. None of them.
Yeah, when he said that, I was like, "You a goofball. You can't."
And you see that the women was cool with that. Now flip that to all the black women that have young boys right now that are single mothers. That's the men, and you wonder why these boys grow up so fucking lost. You wonder why they so traumatized and they so fucking lost, bro.
And then they'll be surprised when they go end up with a gang who give them the affirmation and give them a, you know what I'm saying? They use that negative energy in a way saying, well, you're a part of something. We value you over here. And then when they go terrorize your community, you want to go say they the problem. But it's like, you started this. Like, he's a goof. He's a goof to like the 10th degree. And when he said that about his kid, that just made me like, it just made me so heated. Because I'm like, Why would you want to set your son up, especially as a black man? Why would you want to set your son up to be in a situation to where he has low self-esteem moving forward in life, knowing what we got to do to be not even successful, to be moderately okay in life? Like that, he was a lame for that. He's a super lame for that.
I agree. And once he said that, all the women should have been the red flag. Be like, But they get so lost in the pander, bro. They can't help it.
I said hell no. I told you I said hell no. I don't know what the hell he was talking about.
Well, we know you ain't gonna go for this shit. But hey, man, it is what it is with that. Who that is? I don't even know how to. G. G, you there? No? All right, well, you can come back up if you fix your mic. You might be making some cereal or something. Yo, what up, Shy?
What's the word, man? How you doing tonight, man?
Hey, man, we started off.
I was listening a little bit while I was cutting my last hair, but I couldn't catch it all because, the clip is in the blow dryer, get loud.
Yeah.
I came on, man, because I definitely wanted to. I like a lot of your content. I think you're extremely creative. You make some very valid points. But I wanted to come on and talk to you about the barbering thing because I think you got one side of the lens, and it does apply to a lot of barbers in this industry. But it's a whole nother scope to that lens that I feel like not enough professional barbers are stepping up and defending in the industry.
What's that?
So the reason I say that is you got a lot of barbers out here that, like you said in your video and several videos, they overcharging. They not validating those charges. They doing a lot of stuff that's unprofessional. They not standing behind what the traditional sense of barbering should be or what it was. The other side of that, though, is you have more barbers like myself who I consider to be professional, understand the value of barbering, but more importantly, understand the concept of business. Supply and demand, growth and value, customer service, time, and overall just growing what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Prices reflect demand. If the demand is there, you can't maintain the same price. It's the same reason the cost of living goes up. It's the same reason that food and groceries go up sometimes. Sometimes they got a whole lot of other stuff to go with it. It's the cost of the reason why vehicles go up. The cost of shoes, everything that used to be can't remain what it is. It's just unrealistic to maintain a business that way.
Everybody wants infinite growth.
Again, I didn't hear you.
No, I say it can maintain, but everybody wants infinite growth. And you can't with the system of the capitalism we have now, everybody wants the maximum profit. Everybody wants infinite growth. That's why you got, for example, if a company, who was it? I think it was, I can't remember which company. I just read the article that was saying that they missed their profit share holding. Their profit share holding was 20%, but they still had a 5% gross in profit. You still profited. It was 5%. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't meet 20, but that didn't mean you didn't profit.
Agree. I understand that. I mean, that's a very specific thing, though. I'm more direct towards barbering. I'm saying it like this, right? And I see a lot of people in the comments that disagree, and I completely understand that there's a place for both of these opinions to exist, right? Mm-hmm. Coming from somebody who do it every single day, who started out at $20 a cut, I've been barbering now for about, I want to say 6-7 years, right? When I look at guys who've been doing it for 20 and 30 years, let's just say we go back to 2000, and we say the haircuts back then were $20, $25, right? By the standard of what people say the increase on haircuts should be, most people agree, include barbers and non-barbers alike, agree that haircuts should be increased by a minimum between $4 to $5 a year. Does that make sense?
Every year?
That's the standard. That's the industry standard. Now I got somewhere I'm going with this, but that's the industry standard, between $4 to $5 a year. If barbers were to maintain that industry spoken standard, the cost of a haircut by now would be $120, $125. Barbers haven't increased the cost of haircuts. If you take it all the way back to the 80s, haircuts were $15, $20 then. If you take the cost of a haircut and divide it by how long barbers have been charging that minimum price for haircuts, haircuts have still maintained this slow growth, extremely slow. I think the reason that the pop in barbering is so high right now is because, like you said in one of your videos, social media has glorified barbering and there's been a blow up in the industry. This is where I speak to that negative side of barbering. You have a lot of people who glorify barbering through social media and they believe that they can pick up clippers and learn how to do a basic haircut and they can automatically jump in the game charging what somebody took 10 years to grow into. They don't have any definitive reason why they're charging it besides this is what I saw so-and-so and such charge. The other side of it is you have guys who come in like myself who started at that low point. Really before that, when I was in school, I was charging $5 for haircuts. I was doing free haircuts wherever I can get the reps in, if that makes sense. I was trying to get better by doing more. Once I got to that $20 price point, that was my way of charging what was a industry standard, but maintaining enough availability so that I can continue to grow. As I grew, the workload increases with the more people who come in to purchase that service. As that workload increases, you only have so many hours in a day. Like yourself, I'm married, I have children, I got a life outside of the shop, so I have to create that work-home balance. In order to still fulfill the standard that I've put out there with growing, I have to increase that price in order to take the clientele that I have that was comfortable with that $20 price point. I have to move that needle a bit. I moved it to 35. Now you're gonna have those clients that's gonna fall off, but it's gonna create new space to grow. Where those $20 clients may not be my clients anymore to retain, it'll create space for the people willing to spend that $35 at that price point. And like you said, growing within understanding, putting a cap on the growth, right? I can still only take so many people within a time frame that I work. That never changes. It only changes as far as the clientele that I'm taking within that time frame. To me, that's business 101 in barbering, but a lot of barbers aren't going through that growth scale. They're just jumping in, charging what they see somebody else change. I don't think it's greed. Jordan, Jojo, Finney, I believe it is. I apologize if I pronounced that wrong. I don't think it's greed. I just think it's growth. We all have a goal. Your purpose of working is to have a goal. If your job gave you a yearly annual increase, would you deny that increase because you've been there and increased your tenure? Go ahead.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, when you break down the increases that these barbers are doing and you put it on paper, those are like 20-25% increases every year. Or in it, like, that's a big increase. That's a big jump to go from $25 to $35, to go from $35 to $50. That's a big jump. Not to mention that it's like the iPhoneification of services now. You got barbers, like, if your $50 cut includes everything, I'm getting faded, I'm getting cleaned up, you trimming, I ain't got no facial hair like that, but if I did, you trimming my beard, my mustache. If that's the $50, okay. But you got dudes that are basically itemizing every aspect of a haircut. So it's like, you want an even all around with a lineup. You just want a lineup. You want a tape in the back. Like, it's like you itemizing everything about the experience of getting a haircut. Now if you want a razor, that's an extra $5. But a razor used to be standard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what people are getting so frustrated with, is that it's not necessarily and then you itemize it, and then on top of that, you got niggas out here that expect a tip after all that's said and done. Like, it's like, if you want room to grow, then you want a tip on top of that. It does boil down to a lot of these motherfuckers are greedy. And then on top of that, it's like, at some point, if you said, look, hey, if we talking about growth, growth shouldn't be, if in my opinion, growth shouldn't just be, oh, I'm gonna stay at this barbershop and I'm gonna pay booth rent, cut hair. The goal should be, I'm moving towards opening up my shop so I don't have to cut hair no more. I manage a shop and other people are making my money for me, so I can have a work-life balance. It's no different than people who, like myself, I work, so and I move things and I go to certain jobs and I do certain things so that I get to a point where I don't have to work no more. I manage something so other people can make my money for me. My thing would be my real estate, and what I'm trying to do is so I have enough income. That's gonna be my money coming in. I don't have to worry about that. So it's like, as a barber, so instead of growing as a barber to get to that point, it's just, I'm gonna just cut hair and just keep raising the price on working people. Like, I just feel like it's getting to the point where people are losing their customer base, because even when you see it with some of these companies, look at McDonald's. Oh, they raised the price of a Big Mac to fucking $10, and now the average, they forgot who their customer base was, and now you see they're coming back down and giving these deals like, oh, you got the $6 bag deal. All Taco Bell is coming out with the crunchy whatever that shit is deal. Like, everybody's coming out with a deal now because they outpriced their actual customer base. So that's the perspective that I'm trying to gain from when y'all barbers come on and y'all like that's the perspective I'm coming from and trying to understand when y'all trying to justify these increases. It's like, oh, well, I got this equipment and y'all want enhancements and it's like, nobody asked for that shit. But now it's like everything is itemized. Everything is extra. I gotta pay you extra money because you decide to go get a HD camera to set up with a strobe light. I don't know. It's just weird.
So I there's a lot of points that you just made that I agree with, but I think that applies to a certain type of barber, right? And I understand that, unfortunately, in this world, it's hard to make these kind of comments without generalizing, but that there's a demographic of barbers who absolutely do exactly what you just said they do, and they are eventually gonna. You watch barbers like that not only price themselves out the game, but you watch barbers like that create so much chaos behind what it is that they're doing and having no way to rationalize it, that they end up burning out a barbering anyway. Those people, problematic people like that, get themselves out the way. Now, the reason that so many things in the barber shop, the services have been itemized though, right? One reason is because you have your group of customers, right? You have your customer base who want to stay within a budget, right? Let's say $20 to $35, right? They want to stay within that budget. But then you also, as a business, or I would say as a, a 1099 employee or a 1099 self-employed business owner, whatever you want to call it, right? You also have a group of customer base that you want to attract that's willing to spend more, whether that's with a tip or without a tip. So you have your price points that's 35 and above. The reason you would itemize those services is so that you can provide services for both of those customer bases. Now, the problem came in is because people will come in and they'll want your specialty service. Like you said, they want the fade, they want the designs, they want the beard done, they want their eyebrows done, they want the slits in their eyebrows, they may want their hair twisted. And believe it or not, more people ask for enhancements than what you think. Personally, myself, I can't speak for all barbers, but I've never sprayed enhancements on anybody who didn't request it, right? I offer it as a service. I offer 3 different types of enhancements. You got one that's water resistant, you got something that's short term, and you got something that's really just good for a few hours if you're going to take some photos. Those services I offer for people who want them, because just like when you go out and buy clothes, not everybody is going out buying the same outfit. People going out and they buying what they want for them. So you itemize it. But what happens is you'll get somebody come in, sit in your chair. They want the luxury service. They want everything we just discussed, but they want to spend within the budget that they created for themselves. So what they'll do is they'll book a basic service, that $20 to $35 service that we discussed. Then they'll sit down, and once you start cutting, they start adding stuff. Well, I want you to also put a design on the side of my head. Can you put some slits in my eyebrows? Oh yeah, I just seen you do that enhancement on the last guy. Can I get that too? that's going to drive up the price, because barbering, just like many things, just like how we get paid, is based on a turnaround time.
Well,
Go ahead.
When I said things was getting itemized, I was speaking towards things that used to be standard with a haircut. I'm not talking about somebody that, I want a taper fade, but then they get in the chair and they're like, nah, can you do my beard? Can you do? It's like a beard used to be a couple extra dollars on the actual haircut. You know what I'm saying? But like, I've seen where the barbers is like, a razor. If you want a razor to your edge, that's an extra $5. Like, what?
Well, yeah, because it's requiring more time. The thing about it is, I would say one of the biggest difference between barbering in the modern age right now versus barbering way back then is the time. If you working in a barbershop back in the 90s or the 80s, people were okay with coming into a barbershop and sitting in the barbershop all day and kind of having that social aspect of the barbering world. Whereas nowadays you have more people like yourself that's professionals. You have real estate going on. You have a family. You got things to do. You don't have time to come and sit in a barbershop for 2 hours to wait to get a budget-friendly cut. You got time to come in, get what you need, and get gone. So with that being the case, something had to change in order to make that exist in this world.
That's why when your person books with you, you're supposed to have a timeline with it. The reason why I can speak on this is because I'm a professional makeup artist / special effects artist. When people book with me, I give them the timeline so they already know what's up. That is why you're supposed to do it like that. So if you're trying to do extra stuff, sir, it's not going to work in your timeline. And I've worked in a hair salon, a professional hair salon at that, where they say, if you do not meet within our timelines and you already ordered this, we cannot get this done.
I hear that, and I agree with you. Unfortunately, we don't work in an industry that's cookie cutter, and every single service is going to go their way. That's just not going to happen when you're dealing with human beings.
Then with that, you have to let that person walk out the door, because that is how it goes with clientele anyway. That is how it goes.
I agree. And then you create the narrative like this. You see where it's a double-edged sword?
No, it's just you just need to know that if you want to be El Cheapo, then you can't afford it, just say that. That's fine. But if you want a certain thing, like let's say when I worked in the salon, you want a color, you already discussed that we're gonna do a color, which the color, foils and all of that, but you want to pay this price. But then you want a full head of color, which is gonna take more time and more time. We're not doing that. I tell you straight up, you're not getting that. You didn't.
So yeah, we saying the same thing. I agree with you totally. It's the same thing in the barbering world. It's the same thing in the stylist world, esthetician world. But let me ask you this. As you said, you're a professional makeup artist, correct?
Yes.
As a professional makeup artist, do you not have itemized services that you offer, and those prices change based on the demand and the need?
No. The reason why is because my prices are my prices. I tell them all the time, this is my price. If you don't like the price, you can always go somewhere else. But this is the price that I have. It will not change. The only time it changes is if there's a situation where it either happens with me or the person that I'm doing on, especially when it comes to special effects. Special effects, whether you know it or not, with prosthetic and all that stuff like that, that's going to cost money anyway. You know already off the back, if you schedule for a special effect type of makeup, which means like it's getting around that time for Halloween, which I do get a lot of clients for that. They know off the back, okay, this is going to take this amount of hours. I've had a girl that had to get a full body of airbrush, like her whole body airbrush. That took me 3 hours. She knew that. She understood, and she waited out and messed up her day to know that it's going to take that long. It is all about the client knowing exactly what they're going to get. Ooh.
Okay, I think I asked that question. Well, I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you. But let me rephrase that. I apologize. I didn't ask that right. What I'm asking is, when you established your services and what it is that you do, has those prices not reflected the increase in demand? Have your prices remained the same the entire time you've been doing that?
Yes. And that is why I keep having faithful people, because you got women out here that's charging for, oh, if you come at this time, if you come at 6 o'clock in the morning, that's going to be an extra fee. When my fee will not change, because technically when you're a makeup artist, your time starts at 6 o'clock in the morning, especially if you're doing a bridal service. But
I really don't have a rebuttal for that, because I'm on the other side of that coin. I feel like as I spend more money to increase what I'm capable of doing, the efficiency in which I'm able to do it, and I'm putting money back into the business, I'm absolutely going to increase the price on what I do until I reach a point, being fair. I'm not going to go so far that I price myself out the game. But as long as I can retain clientele and maintain growth with new clientele at a more value price for what I offer, I'm going to continue to do that.
And that's understandable, and that's fine. But like I said, even with us being professionals, we get discounts on a lot of products. So that's why when people say, oh, well, I got to charge because I had to buy this product, honey, you get a discount on that because you have a profession.
Not barbers. We don't get that discount. Clippers cost what clippers cost you, or is what they're going to cost me.
But how often are y'all buying clippers?
I knew you was going to say that. I'm not validating the price increase for the cost of clippers. I'm just using it as another element of what you have to reinvest back into the business. It's just like with real estate. You have to reinvest back into your marketing. You have to reinvest back into whatever it is. Just like when you buy a home, you have to add equity to that home before you can sell it at a higher value. It's the same thing with barbering. I have to invest in products. I have to invest in the education for the services. I have to invest in the marketing in order to attract the clientele. I have to pay for the shop. I got to pay for the Wi-Fi. So when you come in here, you got your babies with you. Yeah, I own a shop. I'm in the process. Well, that's why I came on to speak for the other side of the coin. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I agree with you that there are far too many barbers who don't have an end game, an end goal. That's just robbing it. Yeah, I get it.
So now that I thought you were just a barber. Like, you have a shop. Like, you're an actual business owner. That makes sense now. That's different than just a dude paying booth rent cutting hair. There's a difference in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have an actual establishment.
Even to the guy that's paying booth rent, let's speak for the guy that's paying the booth rent, right? If the guy is paying booth rent and his goal is to, as long as he have a goal, because it could be so many things. Maybe his goal is to get into education, right? Maybe his goal is to work at a school teaching people how to haircut. A lot of guys get into barbering and they don't have an interest in owning a barbershop. They don't have that interest. They want to cut hair and provide a living, a sustainable, enjoyable living for their family.
I know where you're going, but to that point, just like on the regular side, there are certain job fields that cap out. So that's why you should, like, social workers, they have a cap. Engineers, that's why they say, if you're going to get your degree, go get you a degree in something that has a higher ceiling than something that doesn't. So if you just want to remain a regular barber, you can't be charging prices of a barber who actually own a shop and have employees. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I think it's still room for them to be able to charge a premium as well. It depends on the services. It depends on the clients. It's a whole lot of tangibles that make up that whole decision to charge more.
I agree to an extent, but what I feel like a lot of people are having issues with is the customer service, and the services aren't matching the price. And it's like a lot of these barbers are nickel and diming instead of just giving the actual service. Again, I'm not saying, so if you're a barber, right, you say $60 is my price. But when I come in, I'm like, I don't have to wait. I'm in the chair. And that includes a wash. That, you get your hair cut. That's your line is, your beard is trimmed, your mustache and your everything is included in that $60. I promise you, nobody have a problem with that. But you have barbers who are charging $60 just to give you a basic skin fade, bro. That's the issue.
Absolutely. Not only just to give you a basic skin fade, but they have no customer service skill. They're not punctual. They may be smoking, so they fingertips. I get it. I get it. It's a whole lot of it, but that to me that's every field, right? Every field has the standout employees, and then you have fields that have the people who just there to collect the check. The beauty of it though is when you're dealing with people, right? Especially in barbering. This is what I love about barbering. It doesn't matter how many people come in trying to mimic success or trying to mimic profit. The moment that the people who keep you employed, see through the smoke and mirrors and realize that you overcharging for a service that you can't really stand on the standards of what the business demands of you, eventually you will no longer be in demand.
But what I say is it's difficult because I looked this up today just to see what the fuck because like my barber charge, he went up, he at 40 now for like a fade. Not like I pay 40. It used to be before the pandemic. I feel like the pandemic really fucked shit up. But before that, it was 25, and the kids was like 15. So now it's 40. So I look on the little cut app. I'm looking through the barbers. Everybody. I feel like a lot of the everybody's charging what everybody else charging because don't nobody want to be left out. So I'm going down the line. I'm clicking on every fucking barber. Everybody charging between $35, $45. Everybody. So it's like, how are the bad barbers gonna get weeded out if everybody charging the same price?
Because you still maintain the power of your dollar. That's how. Because every time you go in and sit in that chair, whether you spend $35 or $45, you know what's quality service to you. You know what's customer service to you. You know what's a proper environment for you. And just like you, other people have that, they maintain that same power of the dollar. It don't matter. A barber can say they're charging $100. Ultimately, it's up to you to pay it. You know what I mean? So as long as you maintain power of choice with your dollar, those barbers who overcharge but don't have anything to offer for what they're charging or don't have everything to facilitate why they're charging what they're charging, eventually customers and their power of the dollar makes the decision whether or not they continue to be barbers in this industry.
I mean, yeah, I agree with that. I think we just like a lot of people have to sift through a lot of shit to find because if we wanted to, because the barbers is one thing, but these motherfucking hairstylists, because I'm going through this shit with my daughter, and it is them hairstylists are terrible.
Watch your tone.
These hairstylists are horrible. Horrible. One chick wanted me to have my daughter hair already washed, already blown out. Then I had to buy the hair from her. Then she was 2 hours late. It was bad. It was bad.
Not professional at all. First of all, when you go to beauty school, you are taught that you have to wash your client's hair because if an inspector comes in there and their hair is not washed and you're touching on it, you will get in trouble.
I didn't go.
You will get in trouble. You will lose your license.
Yes.
But do you notice how right there was a great example of why the power is always in the hands of the consumer? Just like you had that experience, right? And right now, I don't know how many people on my screen, it says one number. I'm sure it says another number on your screen, right? However many people are listening to this live right now was able to gauge that experience that you had with yourself and your daughter. You are a representation of, is this service recommendable? You know what I mean? So as long as those things continue to happen to people, next time you go, when you go to somewhere else, like Lockstar, and she gives you what you expected, you come in, she gonna greet you. The environment is gonna be clean. She gonna sit you down at the bowl. She gonna wash your hair. She's already done a consultation with your daughter, so she knows what she needs to facilitate that service. It's already available to be done. And you have a positive experience. Now you can recommend her services, and that stylist that gave you the negative experience, more people will voice that experience. And eventually she will be getting her CDL some damn well flipping a burger at Wendy's because she'll no longer be interested in this industry.
Yeah, but now the good girl that we found gonna increase her price because her demand does.
Exactly. And now you're peeping game. Exactly.
No, I'm saying, but now I gotta find somebody else because she done outpriced me. Now I gotta go through the same rinse, wash, and repeat process. And I think that's what people are getting upset about. It's like, okay, I found a barber, he good, I done been loyal to him. I've been tipping him, doing good, and now he charging into the tip. I don't have no more room. Now I gotta go find me another barber. because he done priced his loyal customers out. And now because he bougie, he done found a new clientele that's gonna pay $60 for a basic haircut. And it's like, where's the loyalty to your regular customers at?
You shouldn't change as I never, with my loyalty customers, I have not changed my prices. They're still the same. This is for new people.
You got people that been coming to you for that, bro. You got people that been coming to you and you cutting their kids' hair now. And now you done priced them out. And it's like, damn, bro, like he was a loyal customer. When you was down, he was there. And he was tipping you. Now you done charged to the point where he can't even tip you no more. What you get is what you get. And now he priced out. He got to go find another barber and go through the process of going through shitty barber, just to find a decent barber. And now he get clout. And it's like, where
unfortunately, and I don't mean this in a negative way at all, but unfortunately, if a barber decides or a stylist decides to go up on their prices, and it's a barber or stylist who've been giving you consistent, positive service, anybody who chooses to step away from that barber or stylist because they've increased their prices, that was never a loyal customer. Now, that's not to say that the relationship wasn't good, but that wasn't a loyal customer. Customers, it's just like with what's a good example? People who buy Toyota. Toyota had a brand that represented something that people enjoy, right? As far as the quality and the vehicles, whatever. Even agree or disagree, right? It's some people who were loyal to that brand. When Toyota started to integrate more technology into their vehicles, they increased the price. People who may not have wanted to spend that price stayed loyal to that brand. To me, that's a loyal customer. Now, that's not saying that that's a bad customer or that's a customer that's undesirable to a barber. It's just everything isn't going to be for everybody forever. You either going to grow with me or you not.
Can I say this? It's almost like gentrification.
Go ahead, Secret.
Okay, I just want to say this. It's almost kind of like gentrification. It's almost like, you have an apartment, a complex, you're charging a certain amount, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden you're going up to like something really crazy, like you're busting heads. And then you want your loyal people, the ones that's been down, at the same apartment complex, to just stay there, you know what I'm saying, just because of. But at the end of the day, you're going to push, I'm not saying you, sir, but I'm just saying people in general, when they start doing these types of things, these types of deals, you kind of push those kind of people away from you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes some of these people do themselves a disservice when they do that. And I don't think they really realize that that's what they're doing.
And what I mean by priced out is, I'm not saying priced out like, oh, I got the money, but I don't want to pay it. I'm talking about priced out as in I can't afford it anymore.
But that's
so they're not loyal to you because they can't afford it anymore. I don't think that's...
No, I agree with you. Absolutely not. But that's the gray area that I believe barbering is one of the best industries in the world. The beauty industry is one of the best industries in the world because that gray area allows for us to have a conversation. If you a client and you've been coming to me, you and your son been coming to me for X amount of years, right? And I've increased my price. If you're a loyal client and we've built up established rapport and relationship, I believe that there should be a place that exists that we sit down and we talk, or you let me know, hey man, I see your prices going up. That's kind of outside of my budget. And depending on that relationship, as a barber, I have the power to say, you know what? I understand that. I don't want you to have to go somewhere else. I don't want to lose you and your son as clients. What will work for you? Let's decide what will work for you, whether that be payment options or ultimately keeping your price the same. But everybody doesn't deserve, or everybody shouldn't be offered that exact same, you know what I mean, deliverance of service, because if I do that, I'm not going to grow.
I mean, hey, I feel you. I mean, I just think it's getting to the point where everybody's so focused on this infinite growth that people are losing sight of the average everyday person, because everybody wants to want to chase this lifestyle. I'm not saying you, but just in general, people that are providing services to working class everyday people are chasing a certain lifestyle and are forgetting the very people that they serve. And I think Buddy Secret mentioned, and it just feel it's kind of like gentrification. It's like you gonna phase out the people that been there because you want to attain a certain lifestyle, and you're gonna leave them people behind who helped you build your business to get to the point of charging $100 for a haircut. So I mean, hey, it is what it is, you know. But I just it goes back to the conversation of the dude that owns the Arizona Tea Company. It's not, he could charge $5. He could do what Coca-Cola and them are doing, but he doesn't have to, because he wants his product to be affordable. He wants it because he's making a profit. Now, he might not be making the profit that Coke is for charging $3 for a fucking a regular, 20 ounce soda, whatever, a regular fucking soda, but he's still making profit. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. I just would like for people to just remember who they're servicing. That's just what it is. That's what it boils down to at the end of the day. Remember who you're servicing. That's all I'm gonna say on that topic. You know,
I think you're right, man. And my hope from this live and you creating the content that you create as it pertains to this particular topic, I hope that you continue to push that narrative, because what it does is it opens up the door for these type of conversations to be had. And if these conversations continue to be had, they will start to be had in the barbershops. Clients will share this. When I tell you, maybe 4 or 5 clients sent me that video that you posted last, and they kept asking, what you think about this? What you think about this? What you think about this? Because I do podcasts, I teach barbering, I do solo lessons. I'm a business owner. I'm in the process of opening a second business, and hopefully I want to get off into education and open a school. But these conversations are absolutely, I can't stress the importance of it, because it opens up that door of client service provider communication. And as long as we have that, I don't think the price gouging will continue, because people will start to voice those opinions like you are and like the people are in this in the live right now, and it'll finally create some type of resolve that's a compromise, that's not a full compromise on one behalf. It's a compromise that we both can agree on, that it keep the business flowing.
Because what I will say, now I noticed this with yard companies. I've noticed this with detail companies. Because again, the pandemic was the shift to all this, because the people who really were in the craft are getting overshadowed by, I'll call them the scalpers, right? Just like with shoes. You see, ain't nobody buying shoes no more because all the clout chasers are gone. But I'll speak about this personally that I've noticed with car detailing. I'm looking online, like, you know, trying to find somebody to wash my cars, man. $250 to wash a Suburban. Now, mind you, before we were paying like $100 for a truck. Now, just basic wash, just wash, vacuum. That's it. Nothing crazy. $100. Pandemic happens now. Everybody want to be an Instagram, TikTok car detailer and make videos. Now, a basic detail is $250. But you know what? You know what I see? There's a group of Mexicans that they bought or rented one of them old Shell, you know, the Shell drive-through car washes. They done bought that or rented it, whatever they got, and they hand washing them fucking cars. You run through you pull into the thing, they spray your car down, and they hand wash that motherfucker, and they roll it out, and they detail it in the parking lot. Guess how much they charging? For my big ass Suburban, $25. I get a full detail. They done wax that motherfucker. They don't clean the rims. They don't put tire shine on and all that. Got the same thing. Guess who parking lot be packed every weekend? Them motherfucking Mexicans. The same thing happening with the yards right now. Everybody want to be a yard man. They charging fucking $120, $150 a week to cut grass. Guess who cut my grass right now? Some Mexicans that's charging $50. So I'm just saying, man, You know, like you say, the power of the dollar. Eventually, when the working class people gonna get priced out, they gonna start looking. But like I said, you different. You got a business. You doing other things. But to the average barber hairstylist out there, they pricing themselves out. They doing bad business.
Like you said with the Mexicans, though, I think that's another great thing about business, right? Because if you have all these different places, the place it's good that the place that's overcharging for the detailing work exists, as well as the Mexicans who opened up the gas station and converted it to a $25 hand wash. That's good because the ecosystem of the business, as long as you have those two things existing, it's going to continue to create new business opportunities where somebody can see what they may not be offering and what they may not be offering and come with something different. That's how you can. I think that's just kind of the landscape of America, honestly.
I think it ain't no competition in the barber scene right now because everybody doing the same shit. That's what it is. Ain't no competition. Everybody looking on the Cut app to see who charging what, and then that's what everybody want to run and do.
A lot of competition because even if you go on a Cut app and you look for the best price may get you zeked, and then you're gonna go look for somebody else, and it's always gonna be somebody else available to service what it is that you want. So the competition is healthy.
I don't know. I don't think it might not be none in my area because everybody charging the same goddamn price. They now they was offering different services, but as far as just what I get, just a skin fade, a medium skin fade, everybody charging the same price. But I mean, shit, if I want a hot, I seen one dude, he said he gonna get a hot towel. I was like, okay. But that's why I'm trying to get my loctician to get good with them clippers. I keep telling her I want a one-stop shop. See, but when I go to her, everything is included in that price. Now she was raised by her mama owned the shop. She an OG. She don't play that shit. So I come, she wash my hair, she condition it, she do my scalp, do all that shit, and do my style, any style I want. Everything is included in that 150. I ain't got to play no games with her because her mama don't play that shit. I be like, I want you to start clear cutting. So I just come here, you cut me, line me up, and we can get on up out of here. So, but
yeah, man, I just wanted to jump on and have that conversation with you, bro, and tell you again, I appreciate you, dog. That content that's pushing the needle of much needed conversations, man. So yeah, I appreciate you. I'm gonna go and get up out of here, though.
Hey, man, I appreciate you too, man. Best wishes to all your endeavors, big dog.
Same to you.
Yes, sir. Oh shit, bye. He knew up in here. What up?
See, we having a good, positive live now. Mama ain't gotta whip out the whip tonight. You see, I'm kind of watching SmackDown, so that's why I'm like, I'm eyeing it. I'm eyeing it though. I'm eyeing the chat.
I don't think people have.
So what did I miss, boy? Did it get that serious?
Oh man. Why you always come in at the end, bruh?
Usually I don't, but shoot, I was helping my fiance do some stuff, so I just got in the house. So.
What that man? What his name was? What that dude? Prophet or Project? What his
name?
It
cry something.
What's up, y'all? What had me hot, bro? I was trying to get out.
Yeah, public whatever. I blocked him. Aristotle. I'm sorry. He was making me.
So what was the conversation?
Bruh. Yeah, public offender. Whatever, child. You can catch these hands.
Well, because I think he was just coming in to start shit, man. Because when I said, well, how do black men oppress black women, this nigga said violence. I said, okay, well, all men commit violence. So then he was like, oh, with game. Like, what? That is not an organized. That's not an organized systemic system that oppresses specifically black women. Damn, boy, you chopping the hell out of that food.
Yeah, just prepping for the weekend. That's about it.
That man chopping.
But yeah, you missed it, Aristotle. He he was gaslighting Benny, and I was like, oh no, I dropped him. I didn't even mute him. I blocked him. Sorry, Benny, but I blocked him.
All right, well, style mute while you over there chopping them carrots and shit, man.
I got you.
What's up, Inu?
What's up?
Impu, my bad.
You good? You straight? It's been a minute since I hopped on one of your lives and had to come in and check it in.
Oh man, I ain't been on live about a week.
Especially with your little topic, because I used to cut hair. I still cut my own hair, but my prices ain't changed since I was getting haircuts. It's $20 a cut.
Yeah. But like with him, like he said, he got a shop, you know. So
well, his situation, yeah, I understand.
Right. But all these niggas out here ain't got no shop, right? And they ain't trying to have no shop. So it's like I said before, it's like just like these barbers don't think there's no cap, bro. But it's like there are certain job fields that have a cap, and if you want to go past that cap, you need to progress it. Just like on a regular job, your position caps out at a certain level. If you want more money, you need to go to a new position. So if you're a regular barber, you want to make more money, you need to scale you need to move up. You need to start owning a shop. You need to do a mobile business. You need to do something. You need to branch out instead of just increasing your price to fuck your customers over.
Yeah, that's what I did, because one of my homeboys still be hitting my line trying to get me to get back cutting, because I used to pull up on people.
Yeah.
And
if you was a mobile barber, you coming to me, you know what I'm saying? I pay $60 if you was coming to me but if I gotta drive all across town to your shop, and then when I get there, you two ahead or two behind, then I gotta pay, then you on the tip. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm just saying, a lot of these barbers, and I it's a lot of them. There's a lot of barbers that do this. Now, my barbershop is solid. I say that. Now, Doe is increasing his motherfucking prices, but he about to open up a second shop, and again, he got a second shop. He's trying to open up a barber school now. But still, at $40, hey, he get the $50. I'm gonna have to start side eyeing this nigga. But I don't get my haircut as much as I used to. I used to get my haircut every week. I can't afford it. Well, I ain't gonna say I can't afford it every week, but it's like, I'm not about to pay $200-$300 for me and my kid's haircut. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's crazy. I couldn't even imagine even doing, like, having a shop, charging somebody $300 for all that. Like, that's not even that's more than the price of a pair of clippers.
And that's why I broke that shit down. I'm like, so if you charging so if you charging 20, you know, let's say you charging $40 a haircut, right? Now an efficient barber should be able to cut 2 heads in an hour.
It shouldn't take more than 30 minutes.
Right. So you cut 2 heads in an hour at $40. That's $80 an hour, bro. That's $80 an hour. And I'm like, people don't really think about it like that. They just think like, oh, it's just $80. No, that's $80 an hour. Most Americans don't even earn that, bro. Most Americans don't earn $20 an hour. But that's your clientele. Your clientele are people who make less than $20 an hour. So that's what is like. They gotta get game. They need to come back down to earth and understand who their clientele is.
That part. You got everyday working people. Some it be young boys trying to get straight for a job interview. You trying to upcharge them for some simple stuff that don't even take 5 minutes for a quick razor line.
I say it's the industry itself is a little fucked right now, and folks need a reality check. I say that.
Shit, I was trying to get a haircut for my son. Somebody gonna tell me $50 for a kid's haircut.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. For a kid, that's crazy.
I'm like, I cut hair, dude. Like, I could cut his hair for free. You over here trying to charge me $50 for a child's haircut?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. If it gets to the, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I might just start cutting my kid's hair again. I used to, but they about to get back cutting again because this. I mean, right now I pull out because let's see. When I go, I pull out like $160, and it's because I got 3 boys and myself, so we all get our hair cut. That's like mine 40, then $225, so that's 50, then a 30, a 35, so that's like $110, $120 something dollars, something like that. So I'm like, shit, you just gonna get $120, bro.
That's decent for the 3 of y'all, but any more, that's just too goddamn.
All I'm saying is getting up there, bro. If he go up $5-10 more, I'm at probably $160, $70 for some haircuts. So you gonna see me once a month. I said I get my hair. I mean, I got my hair out now. Like I go to the barbershop when I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? With my sons, I take them. You know, they done grew their hair out, so I take them probably every 3 weeks, maybe. But I say like my barber cut like now sometimes he bullshitting, but for the most, I don't really have no issues. So, and I don't go on the week. I try not to go on the weekends anyway. I go in the middle of the week. And I go towards the evening, so he don't be. I don't really have no issues as far as getting in the chair, but he'll cut my kids' hair fast as hell. And they get skin fades anyway, so it's just.
I don't know if it's something in the bigger cities, but I know where I'm at, near the base. It's never really changed with a few dollars here and there, but definitely in the bigger cities, it seems like it's either you paying for somebody's house payment out of that, from what it sounds like, somebody mortgage. But out here in the middle of nowhere, you know, it's like it's been the same because I've been up here for what, almost 20 something years, and I've only had 2 different barbers. One was a Marine, and he was only cutting about $20. And the other guy that cut my hair now, once old boy left, he only charged $25. But I think there's a skill gap too, because like the dudes that actually can cut good, they ain't got to worry about money, because they always gonna have like they appointments gonna be booked every day of the week. If for some of them, you know what I mean. So my opinion, I think just when there's that skill gap, you know, because it could be, and I look at it just like being a mechanic, because, you know, I'm a mechanic. So if you have a good mechanic, a lot of good mechanics ain't going to try to screw you over. You know what I mean? They're going to actually try to help you. They're going to try to do this, do that. And it's the similar thing as a barber. You know what I'm saying? A good barber, they going to, you know, give you a reasonable price and just keep it moving, because they know their clientele will always be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that like they've gotten like a lot of people are so greedy for money that they lose sight of a loyal customer. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, you know, Buddy was saying earlier, like, oh, well, if I price that customer out, they're not a loyal customer, and, you know, I gain a new client, a new level of clientele. But okay, say you move up to $60 haircuts, but now you're only getting, you know what I'm saying? Now your clientele is finicky, whereas you had loyal clientele that was coming to you every week at $20, $25 an hour. It's like people get so money hungry that they lose sight of, again, like I say, their customer base. You have to have a base. You can't lose sight of your base chasing a new clientele. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's what happens with a lot of business, period. They lose sight. Look at everybody complaining about Chipotle. Look at everybody complaining about all these different companies. Everybody complaining about Apple. Everybody complaining about all these companies and these businesses because they losing sight of the customer, chasing maximum infinite profit. You know what I'm saying? And all while the quality of service is going down. They about to come out with the new iPhone, and the only thing you getting is a new button. And they not even rolling out the AI technology that was supposed to be the flagship for this new phone. You're not gonna even get that. So you just buying an incomplete phone. Then you look at like the PS4, the PS5 Pro. You don't even get a disc drive or a fucking stand. And it's $700. And it's for what? Like, there's no innovation. And it's like we get to the point where everybody just wants so much profit that the regular person can't even, like, so by Buddy's logic earlier, and I don't say it was conversation, but it's like by his logic, it's like, so it's gonna get to the point where a regular person don't even deserve to go get a haircut, bro. It's like, that's crazy.
I think what it comes down to is what happened, like you said, over the pandemic. What happened is that a lot of people did a lot of unnecessary buying. And like the other guy said, he's a mechanic. I'm, was a mechanic, but I still deal close in maintenance. And just in the dealership market, all that overpriced gouging was insane. The new
they can't even sell cars. The cars ain't selling like that right now.
No, they're not selling anymore. But it was crazy how they had like the new Bronco, like $50,000 over MSRP, and people was buying it. So everybody started looking at them like, hey, if they can overprice, maybe we can overprice too. And it wasn't because they had the money, it's because of that pandemic money. And everybody just went out just throwing money left and right. And so a lot of these companies started taking advantage of it. That's why you have these situations where a lot of these companies that was doing good, whether it be Lash Techs, Nail Techs, who was doing all those ridiculous pricing, now having to go back to a 9-to-5 because they price themselves out. And you see it across the rental market too, especially here in Atlanta. Shoot, some of these companies now are just begging people to even stay. Because shoot, probably last year they was up there charging people almost $300-400 to renew their actual application, well, their lease. Now they trying up there do any type of deal they can just to keep people in.
Yeah, look at all the fast food places. Everybody was charging $10 for a Big Mac meal, $2 for a hash brown. Now what they doing? They trying to get they lost sense of their customer base, and all the people saying, "Fuck it, I'll cook at home. I'll just go to a restaurant." Now they doing everything they can to get those people to come back with these little deals, and we got the $6 value meal, and we got the $5. Well, they always had the big bag. Taco Bell got the little deals, and Pizza Hut got the Pizza Hut. You get the personal pizza and the goddamn chicken tender. So it's like so to sit here and act like we don't see what's happening, is people gonna lose sight of their customer base, man.
I think with that, what y'all saying is this is why when you have a competitor that comes in and does better and ends up, as long as they're quality good, they can usually always take that customer base, when it comes to on the service side of it. You know what I mean? Because that's the one thing that for sure, when it comes to a service type of job or a service type of, if you're entrepreneur in that area, service side, there will always be a need for somebody wanting a certain type of service. So there's always customers as long as the price is reasonable. You know what I mean? But I also think too that in certain service sections, people just don't want to deal with that either. So you have where there's less competition in certain ways. So, people can do whatever they want depending on what state you're in. You know what I mean? So, if there was, and like you said, because the things have gotten more expensive. So people are trying to find ways to, and companies too, always trying to get their bottom line right. You know what I mean? So, if you don't have a lot of competition in those areas, it makes it kind of tough for certain people that they might not have a choice but to pay those prices, when it comes to certain things. Now, obviously, with haircuts, you can probably not everybody can get away with cutting their hair themselves, but You know what I mean? Going out there wearing a cap for about a week or a month because he done something. But I mean, it's there isn't really a lot of people getting into the service areas too, man, in certain ways. So it does make it kind of tough.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's hard to find a good barber, and they know. But I don't know, man. It's it is what it is. Like I said, I ain't about to cut my own hair. I mean, I might try later, maybe when I get older. Maybe. I don't know. And I don't give a fuck about shit no more. But as far as like I just don't go as much. I just don't go as much. So you used to have me every week. I only go whenever I feel like it. If I got an event, like if I got a special event coming up or something like that, I'll go. But for the most part, shit, what you see is what you get. Who's it is, Emmanuel? What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, Benny?
You been for me? What you got, man?
No, man, just the same thing you're talking about. I used to be a barber too back in my country. It's just the quality, man. It's just also when I came here to America like 15 years ago, the quality when I tried to get a haircut, it's just real bad. It's always like in the hurry up. And they're trying to paint, like, using the painting on your head. And then once you take a shower, it's over. So that's what I decided to go bald. I just say, fuck it, I go bald headed, man. I just cut that, man. I'm done with this, man.
Hey, man, some of the best barbs I ever had was when I was overseas, boy.
Yeah, man, I used to take my time with my clientele, just really crafting and just, I used to enjoy cutting hair, man. But here people is just, the American consumerism, the hurry up, the let's go, the more, and it's just kind of like, the quality is not there. So, I cut my son's hair and I cut my own hair. He now will grow his locks like you. And I'm just bald, man. I'm 35 and I went bald. My hairline is receding. My hairline is receding. So I was like, man, fuck that. I'm just gonna, But hey, how much you pay for your locks? Like, it's not that expensive.
$150. And if I just get the 2 strands, it's $90. But if I want a style, then it's $150. And this wash, condition, detox, anything is $150.
But you go how often? Every 3 months, every 4 months?
Yeah, about every 3 months.
Man, that's a good investment then. Yeah, it's a good investment. Yeah, it's a good investment.
Because like some people go as soon as their hair starts getting frizzy, but that's how the hair ends up falling.
Oh, yeah. Hey, good to talk to you, Benny. Have a good night, man.
Hey, man, be easy out there, big dog.
It's crazy when I used to have my hair braided. I remember a lady when her husband was a drill sergeant, and she used to braid hair, and I told her like, hey, I just need somebody to braid my hair. She's like, I'll do it for $10. Like $10. Like, yeah, I mean, that's just what. Now, mind you, we talking about, how long was I in? What was this? We talking about 2006. Now, I was going back every week. Now, this is just basic though. We just talking about straight cornrows, basic. She ain't washing nothing. I'm pretty much washing my own hair, this and that, and going to her, and she's just braiding it. $10. And it's crazy how, like, after 2010, actually it was like after 08, 2010, somewhere there, like when she left, I was like, that's when I got my hair cut, because I'm like, that was when, they're like charging around like $150 just to braid basic, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want nothing extra, just a basic deal, you know what I mean? And it was like, man, that's wild.
I said, man, even taking my daughter to get her hair braided, I said, boy, this shit about to make me want to learn how to braid hair myself.
Bruh, it's the one thing with women and their hair, that them prices that they pay to get their hair done, as wild. Yo, that's wild. I mean, I'm glad I just get the basic old even cut, but the amount $300 to get your hair done, and that's crazy.
Not too much now. Not too much, sir. Not too much.
Even now, man, like
I'm just
You
saying
gotta treat it nice. You gotta respect the craft now.
Well,
thank you.
You better tell your sister.
Not knocking those stylists and what they do, and I'm just saying, like, compared to, just women when they get their hair done, and they usually some of them might get you're a stylist, right, Locke? I'm guessing.
Yes, I am.
So how often do your clients usually come see you on a like recurring basis?
Well, my clients are mostly YT, so they come a lot because I do color. So that's my specialty. I do color. I color their hair, and color is actually what pays the money. Women, sorry, black women, I hate to say it. I'm a black woman. I can say it. Y'all think y'all pay a lot for them wig installments. Ha! Ask me how much a full head of foils costs.
How much it cost?
A full head of foils, depending on the length of their hair. If they have just like I say down to shoulder length, a full head of foils, because it's gonna take me all day to get them to that blonde that they want to get to, because that's normally what they want. It's gonna cost them. It's gonna run them at least $800 to $1,000. Yeah.
Y'all better start doing white.
And that's just color.
That's just
I
color.
don't do nothing else. Yeah, I don't do nothing else. I don't have to stop.
That ain't no washing. That ain't no prep. They come in there ready to roll, right?
They come in. You have to come in, and I have to wash your hair, of course, because I have to color it and everything like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not one of those stylists. You come, I wash your hair. I have to wash your hair. I don't even care if you already washed it. I'm still gonna wash it.
I'm about to go to beautician school and learn how to do white women hair.
I swear, that's how much they pay. And then a lot of times they want vivid colors, which is like different colors. So that costs money too. Like rainbow colors and all of that. That's not cheap.
All them crazy stuff. All you gotta do is wash the hair, clip those and color it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to do white women hair. Y'all about to see.
And the funny thing is, you don't need a license to be a colorist. You just have to go to the classes.
That's crazy.
Wow. I just have a full license because I wanted to learn everything. But my passion is color. So that's what I do. So yeah, that's why I said not too much. Hello.
But to be fair though, you're and this is the interesting part about this. You took a specialist route that probably a lot of women like to do with their hair is get different colors or have their hair colored. So by being specialized in a particular area, then you charge more. It's like any other specialized job per se. Yeah, anybody can do it, but if you're talented and that's your craft in that specific area, people gonna pay you for that craft. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like my real hair, like before I decided to do locks, I used to have my hair colored all the time. It was orange, it was purple, it was blue. I used to do it all the time. I experimented on myself before I even went and started doing on clients. I had to build up the confidence first because I was scared. I'm like, yo, if I mess this up, that's it. They ain't got no hair.
Yeah, they can't go bald.
Exactly. That's it. That's it.
What you gonna do then? I don't know.
So look at me, really like, look here. No, but yeah, they'll pay, and they will pay for it because they want it. They want it. And then I have a girl. She does the blowing out and the blow drying, the styling, because all they want is a blowout. They don't be want. It's true. They don't want nothing but a little blowout. That's all they want. You take the little blush and blow their hair out with the thing and all of that, and that's it. Fluffy. That's it.
I mean, what can you really do to their hair though?
You can do things to it.
It's gonna fall out the next day. Like soon as
it depends on I'm gonna be honest. It depends on the health of their hair, because a lot of them, they'll come and bleach their hair to death, and then want me to take them to a level 10, which is like that white blonde, but your hair is really like, it's bad, but they want it.
That's what I'm saying. Like I just like the whole the barber I just think that like people will pay certain prices if they get in the customer service. But a lot, like I done said before, a lot of niggas customer service just be lacking. So now your customer service lacking, and I gotta pay this crazy ass price. Man, nah. Like my partner just got, he hired this dude to come paint his damn living room, and it just fucked it all up. Just fucked it all up. Unprofessional, all type of shit. It's just like, man, a lot of people just need to learn some business etiquette, man. Learn some customer service and some big business etiquette.
But no, you're right. You know what keeps them coming back though to me? Because I'm so nice. I'm always nice. I'm always, whatever. And I include the tip in the price already. So they don't have to. I already included it in there.
They said that you a mean pygmisha.
Oh yeah, I'm totally pygmisha. Yeah, I'm a pit bull. I'm a pygmisha. I'm a bitter black woman. I don't have a man. All of that. I love it. I'm okay. That's fine. Call me all the things. You don't know what I got because I don't post my life on social media like that. I'm very private with my kids.
Hey man, at least first I got a white wife, then I got then they find out I got a wife, but you know what? You know what, Drew? See, this is what I'm like. Y'all ain't figured out Drew yet. I'm like, that girl. You see, she don't never come for she didn't come for me. See, but she did the same thing that the little drinkable Brian dude did. She tried to paint me as a misogynist, but she never addressed anything that I actually said. So she had to label me a misogynist to get the women, like the black women, riled up. Like, yeah, girl, get them. But if she would have really came at me the way she be coming at them white boys. No, you would hear her internalize racism, but she can't do it because she got BLM in her bio, and she don't want
who to try.
Right? She ain't come at me like that. But that's why, just like old boy, they painted me as a misogynist. You know what I'm saying? So you paint me as a misogynist, you can attack me in that lane versus addressing what I actually said. So, but it's funny. It's funny.
See, a lot of times people don't attack the argument. They just know that they just get money and traction off whatever they're going to do. So when it comes to actually trying to articulate what, and actually have a reasonable debate or something to go against, a lot of the times it just falls to the wayside in verse of the emotional response to get everybody riled up. I don't know. People haven't figured that out yet by now. I don't ever will. Like,
I'm like, how did y'all not? Like, I didn't disrespect that girl. I ain't call her out her name. And that's what she instantly went to instead of addressing what I actually said. I'm like, but to the people that follow her, like, y'all not thinking this shit? This is weird to me. But you're trying to
not weird. It's just they're caught up in their own emotions. They, it's just like anybody. If you are in a position where what they're saying is what you believe in, it doesn't matter how much truth you give them. They don't care.
And it goes back to what Buddy was saying. It's like, so you basically teaching young boys that they can get disrespected by women. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. God darn it, whatever you cooking, you better give us a plate. Whatever you cooking in there, you better give us a plate. Because, boy.
Bulgogi beef, that's what I'm cooking right now.
Oh, I'm a move to it. They ain't want to let me do it. He got that shit cooking.
I want some.
But I'm like, you sitting there talking to me crazy. Like, she would never, like, if she said that, like, if she called, I don't let grown men call me a B. If she said that shit to my face, I would slap this like it would be, I would, you know what I'm saying? And then they'd be like, oh, you hit him, you would do that to, like, you don't talk, like, you wouldn't talk like that in real life to no man.
TikTok, we do not condone domestic violence. We do not DV, no DV, no.
Equal rights, equal lefts.
Like she would right, Nick. She wouldn't even talk like that to another woman. And it's like you like, why would you talk like that? I didn't call that woman out her name. You calling me all type of B's and like, bro, come on. But y'all like they eat that shit up because like, yeah, get him, girl. And I'm like, I didn't even say nothing disrespectful to that woman.
The reality of that situation is that by her saying that, she knows that she can get away with it because of the simple fact there's no repercussions behind it. Like I told somebody once before, the ones they do it to, they know they can get away with. If that man was sitting in front of their face, that they know that would put their hands on them, they wouldn't do it. And that's the thing about it is they take the situation of they can do whatever they want with no repercussions. Then when somebody who doesn't have any morals slaps them across the room, all of a sudden they surprised by it. I never understood that. It was like when we was kids, we was told, keep your hands to yourself, don't say nothing disrespectful. But between that time of childhood and adulthood, a good portion of women got a different message.
Yeah, because they can get behind the computer screen. It's like, you would like, where's the level? That's why she posted. So if you look at what she posted on her Instagram story compared to what she posted on TikTok, it's two different things, bro. Two different vibes. But she didn't come at me like that on her TikTok video. But she did that in her story because her story gonna disappear. She didn't post that, so it's like.
Yeah, social media has always gotten people done got comfortable on social media, knowing well that if it was back in the day without social media, you gonna walk yourself either across the street or you gonna go elsewhere with that.
Not even social media. Like she said that. Like she wouldn't say that in real life. Like she wouldn't talk like that, man. She wouldn't you wouldn't talk like that. Like, and why do y'all think that's acceptable for a person, let alone a woman, just a person to talk about? Like with that, like she instantly went to try to like. But I was saying, I didn't say nothing crazy about her. That's why she clipped my video like that to her followers to make it seem like I said something crazy, and I didn't. So she could justify talking and like posting to me the way she was, and that's why I saved that shit. And it's just crazy. And then, like I said, when Buddy got in here talking that wild ass shit, like. That type of behavior can't be called out because I'm a man and we oppress women. Like, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. That's toxic as fuck. Like, what are we setting for the young boys that's seeing this type of rhetoric? You can't stand up for yourself. You just gotta get beat down and talk to like trash because of some shit men did years before you even existed. Like, no, that's not acceptable.
What interests me about guys who do that, they be the main ones that be knocking the sonic rings out of females all the time. Or women. My apologies. I know that's offensive to some women. My apologies.
Or doing weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Doing weird shit to women. Them be the ones.
Be the main one.
All right.
They be the main ones up there pandering, but yet be the most devious ones. Because what was that dude? Medusa disappeared quick. As soon as he got called out, he disappeared. Man.
I hope. I ain't gonna say I hope, but I would not be surprised if you give once they get married, you give another couple years. And that man done divorced her and she got to pay that man child support. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. And then to get up there and lie, talking about, oh, well, I don't make content like that. Like, you have content on your page saying all men. And that when I showed, that's what I'm saying. The dude got on here talking about she doesn't make content like that. Then I showed him 2 instances in which she makes content like that. Then it was like, well, I mean... Well, men oppress women, so she like, what the fuck? Her man make videos too. Oh Lord! So they just in it together, just milking this shit.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I'm like, that's and people just really just go along with this madness. Like, why See, people like that, and it's interesting because when it comes to business and doing it, like people like that, you stay far away from. Like anybody that just in general, it's just.
What's the video? The couple, the big white dude that was with the black chick, the queen maker or whatever.
Oh yeah, I saw that disaster that went on.
Like,
Yeah, that's a disaster.
They was out. He make videos. She make videos. They be idolizing shit. Look what happened behind closed doors. She was paying and taking care of that man.
Yeah.
Fussing and cussing at him, and he, you know what I'm saying. So it's like y'all ain't learned to stop attaching to these strangers on the internet. These unauthentic strangers on the internet, bro. Like y'all ain't learned yet. That woman is a New York Times bestseller from selling male-centered bashing content. That is crazy. The whole while got a whole man at home. She got a man at home that make less money than her, that is less accomplished than her. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things that they tell y'all not to get in a man, she got, and is by all accounts happily engaged to this man. It's crazy. But will tell y'all all men suck. They are innocent. They are guilty until proven innocent. Like, that's crazy.
This ain't nothing new. I mean, between music, entertainment, there's been the same message, you know. Screw all men, but yet the ones who telling the mass of women to screw all men got a man at home, got kids, happy, smiling, grinning. They getting their check.
Bruh, it's just funny how Beyonce, when she was been doing that for years, and
for at least 2 decades, at least
bruh,
2 decades.
She the main one. Beyonce, the main one.
Multiple times about Big Lil Coke. Still with him. But people want to talk about all men. Nah. Just the ones that y'all idolize, really.
Yeah, Beyonce. Listen to some of her music from back then. Oh yeah, Beyonce was one of them trailblazers for that nonsense. Yet she's had dude or Jay-Z for a long time, but before Jay-Z, she was messing with other dudes. Like, man, she was the main cohort in a lot of that
Sir, I'm gonna need you not to talk about the Beehive in here. No, they are a different breed. Benny, you don't want that. You don't want that kind of pressure. I'm telling you, you don't want that kind of pressure.
Look,
I've seen them destroy people.
I'm just stating what's already out there. It ain't nothing that people don't already know. We all know this. I ain't saying nothing that ain't nobody heard.
We are not that strong over here.
Her music doesn't align with her lifestyle. That's all.
I don't want that smoke with the Swifties and the Beehive. I don't want that kind of smoke.
She just put
that's a cult. I don't care what nobody say. That is a cult. Now that's a real cult.
Oh yeah, the Swifties, bro.
Yeah, that's.
Well, you don't want no parts of them.
Nah, the bars ain't what they used to be. They done fell apart.
Yeah, the Barbs ain't like that no more. No, the Beehive and the Swifties are strong. And when I say strong, they strong. I've seen them destroy people for restaurants over lies. Like, no.
Yeah, the bars done fell apart because Nikki done got her whole reputation done got tarnished. So.
Yeah, that's a mess right now.
Yeah, but yeah, man, it's just crazy that these like little cult following. You know, Ernstall. You can mute, bro. Thank you, sir. He over there cooking the feast. I mean, just these women, like, she got a cult following of women, majority of women who just like they're just like the cult following of men that follow people like Andrew Tate, follow people like Fresh and Fit, follow people like Pearl. Those people, those red pill manosphere men, cater to the loser men, the angry loser men who usually don't get women or have bad experiences because they're picking women that don't like them. That's their crowd. That's who they cater to. That's who supports them. Drew, women like her that make that type of content, they cater to loser women and women who have bad experience with the men that they pick because they don't. So that's, as I say, it's the same thing. It's the same coin, just a different side. But they don't see it like that. They think of it's woman empowerment. No, y'all are losers.
No cap, cause I watched Fresh and Fit for like a week, and at first I was like, they got some point, and then all that rah shit, and this is just reality TV.
Hey, then the whole time they over there buying. That boy was icing out that little Chinese, worker.
Oh yeah, simping hard, boy. He was over there simping.
Right, was flying her mama out, paying for her mama and stuff. Like, but any dude that really got it like that, and in regards to dealing with women, you can look at them like I looked at them dudes and knew they was full of shit. I knew what type of dudes they was because you see those type of dudes all the time. And it's no different than when the women do it. It's the same with like pretty women who are used to getting the type of men that they want should be able to look at women like Drew Afualo and be like, I know what type of chick she is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, she was the facially challenged big girl that got denied by all the pretty dudes or the athletes and the, you know what I'm saying? And she, she taking out her anger because she finally got a little platform and she just lucked up with a dude that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what type of chick, like pretty girls should look at her and be like, I know what she doing. I know what type of chick she is. But instead, they're all clamor at the hips with her because they can confide in her because in the aspect of the shitty men that they done picked. So they trauma bond on that avenue.
It reminds me of the Maury and Jerry Springer show. That's what a lot of that reminds me of from back in the day. Just nothing but straight comedy watching that nonsense.
But they all be losers, bro. It be loser women and loser men. That, and then they just get on the internet and yell at each other. What's up, Senora?
What's up? I think this whole Drew thing, I don't know if it was you or someone else said it. So her and her man, they've been together, I think, since either middle school or high school, because she had showed like a bunch of pictures or whatever. She like rejected him a few times and they got together in high school, and they've been together ever since. The thing that I'm not getting, they've been together for 7+ years and they're just now getting married. She was like, because in her old videos, she's like, people like, why aren't you guys married? She's like, oh, my man wants to marry me, but I'm going to wait until the right time. If there was anybody else, women are always picturing, if a man doesn't marry you and in this certain amount of time, that means he doesn't like you, which I do agree. I think it shouldn't take I do believe it shouldn't take 6-7 years. But a lot of women are cheering this on about her engagement. But y'all talk about, a man don't like you if he waits this long and that. Now they're trying to move the goalpost because they believe that she's in control or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you said it, not me. So they said when I say stuff, I only talk about the women. But you know what? That's mighty funny that old boy said
That's
that.
That's a clear double standard there.
It's mighty funny that I think about it, and I wish I would have thought about it, but I got mad. It's funny how he said, as a man, you shouldn't address a woman, right? But now they're upset at just a girl for literally addressing women, a woman addressing women. So if she can't address women, if I can't address women, who the fuck can address women?
Nobody.
It's hypocrisy.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, some people avoid the truth and just want to eat up the lie. Like, I'd rather believe this than what's actually in their face. And for a lot of them, that's probably how a lot of them live their life, man. Is that they avoid the truth a lot and just live whatever fantasy world they want to live in, I guess.
You know what I saw the other day, guys? I saw this one female creator. They were comparing Just a Girl to Shira. She was saying how she agrees with Shira, but she can't stand Just a Girl. So I'm like, so you agree with a woman who talks about using men for money, a woman who stole a man from another woman. She found out that he was married and still dealt with him. He left his wife for her, and she promotes this. These women they're not good people. They're okay with women like Shira, but they have a problem with Just a Girl. Like, are we just a moralist society now?
It's crazy, bro. when you, like I said, when you really sit back and think about it, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's the only way you can summarize it. It's fucking crazy. It doesn't make sense. But again, when I was talking about Cam Newton, they was all for it. When I be talking about the men, when I'm talking about Russell Wilson, when I'm talking about, they be all for it. But the minute I went down my TikTok, and I'm like, all you do is you don't never address the men. You always talking about women. I talk about everything. Y'all just only care about when I talk about women. That's all it is. And then when I make videos defending women, they know where to be found. When I'm in here and we talking about black men mental health, that entire live when Aristar shared his story, Static shared his story, Gumbo shared his story, all those black men came up and shared their story. Where was y'all at then? Where was y'all at then? When we was in the other live and we sharing how to get life insurance, how to, get VA loans, join the military or join the federal government, join IT. When we talking about real shit, all the people that was here earlier when I was getting into it with that dude, ain't nobody in here. We actually talking about good shit right now. It's just crazy how that works. They're never there when we talking about real shit. They just want mess and fucking
they don't
drama.
want nothing.
Who's that white
They
girl?
don't want nothing.
Yeah.
They don't want growth.
And see, and then that's the thing that it's always puzzling. Like when it comes to forwarding your life and making things better for you and your circle around you, it seems not to resonate with people especially with what's going on. I'm like, so y'all would rather sit
don't block them, Drew. Don't block them. Don't block them. Tell them to come up. Then block them.
Yo, this white girl. I'm sorry.
You know me. I don't tolerate the slander and all of that in this live. You know that. So you got to go.
Come up. I was gonna let her come up, then block her. I like to give them a chance first, then block her.
What I missed? What happened?
Asking about your wife. That ain't none of her freaking business. Ooh, okay. Let me.
That's all you need to know. Woman asking about. She's talking about you encouraged me to read Drew's book. I guess she was being funny towards me. She's like, "What does your wife look like?" Or "What is your wife?" Or whatever. I had spotted her in the comments. I was like, "Who is this?"
See what I'm saying? Then she's sending her little white girl minions over here. We don't do that over here, shawty. And I damn sure ain't gonna take no shit from no white woman. I don't have no patience for them.
White tea.
Whatever.
Y'all know Benny don't care. He'll disappear and be right back.
I know. I'm trying to keep him from getting in trouble. We can't both be in jail, Benny.
I don't got no patience for them. I ain't now gonna ever take no. I ain't never gonna have no. I ain't gonna take no shit from no goddamn pale woman. That's never gonna happen.
That's it, my boy.
Hell no. Shit, I got grace for black women. So pale women, I have zero patience for them. They done fleece the world into thinking they victims anyway.
And what's so funny about it, in America, they the second highest earners in America, but they the most oppressed.
But who was right there? Who be the main one back there cheering on them pale men to go out there and do shit? They ass. Oh man, boy, them women got y'all fleeced, boy. My wife, she said they are the number one evil person on this world, and they got y'all thinking it's white men. Nah, it's the women. Shit, they got y'all thinking they victims.
All people need to do to remember
That
that.
main one swimming in blood money.
That's it. All you need to do is be like Emmett Till.
Exactly. Who that? What? It was another one up in here too. Where'd she go? That sin girl.
Me. I only did the one. It wasn't me.
You talking about we only want to see your content when it's about Drew. I bet you do, fucking loser.
Benny, did you see Drew's fiance?
I think he got like long hair and tattoos. He looked kind of like Hawaiian or something.
Yeah, he Hawaiian, wherever the Rock, wherever the Samoan, wherever the Rock is, like something like
Samoan.
Yeah, Samoan.
I seen him like once, I think.
I noticed some, but I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. I'm not gonna say it.
Speak your piece. This is a safe space.
Okay. I feel okay. I'm really okay. If you look at him and look at her, just you can notice a big difference. I feel like I'm not gonna say he's not in love with her, but I get funny vibes. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to be mean.
They don't match. You
They
think
don't.
that
For the love of money?
you think he supposed to be with somebody that look better than her?
Now I have noticed that she has lost weight or whatever. Have y'all noticed that she started like working out like?
It ain't even her weight. It's her face.
Yes, he is the catch. I did not want to be mean. I really didn't want to be mean. I'm like,
He's an attractive guy, and she's not an attractive lady. They don't look like they should be together.
So, and I look at his TikTok now. He's doing the same thing as her. You know how she be going to her bashment. He's on his TikTok doing the same thing, bashing men. Now, I feel like he's trying to get clout and stuff off her. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's the vibes that I get.
Do you want me to do some of this right here?
About that money.
She talk about Drew is the hero we need.
I don't even think that's a real person. But you can block them.
If Drew the hero that they need, why they ain't got men like her?
You don't want no ice? You don't want no ice, little boy?
Yeah, that mentality. I don't know how can people just deal with that certain type of mentality is wild, man. It's just that's wild.
Like, people think that like my wife just like me and my wife have conversations. Like number one, she probably in the live and don't nobody even fucking know. Like, but she doesn't agree with everything I say.
Benny's wife.
She don't agree with everything I say. You know what I'm saying? We can have conversation, but people assume that she just like this robot. But at the same time, like when you have a woman who's so loud about like Drew, right? Towards you, and then she has a man that gets on the internet and reiterates that point. You gotta start looking at it. Like it would be one thing if he was in the background and let her do her thing, right? That's what you want to do, sweetie. You do your thing. But to get on here and then clout chase and do the same thing and be a panda bear, if I was a girl, right, with a little common sense, I would look at that and be like, it's a little strange. Why that man is like that? Like if I grew up around men,
right? You
know what I'm saying? Like my daddy don't talk like that. My uncle don't talk like that. My brother don't talk like that. Like they keep it funky with me. Why is he so gung ho about men like that? I would question it. I'm just saying. I would question the authenticity of those two people making this content. That's all I'm saying.
And he wasn't making it until she started. Like he got clout off of her. Like it's very weird.
Right. She kept trying, that's the thing. She tried to paint me out to be a misogynist and then be like, oh, he's obsessed with me. Shawty, all the videos I made 2 videos about her. The one video when she was rapping the Kendrick song saying she hated her, which is crazy because that video got over 1 million views. The video that she got triggered off of today only got like 13,000 views. So something I said in that video hurt her. It hurt. Because the other video went way more viral and everybody, all them her little cult minions was tagging her in that video. She didn't say nothing. But this video, oh, that shit stung. I don't know what it is. Something I said, she heard that shit. She heard that shit. So I don't know what it was. But it was enough for her to go off on me like that.
I can't stand her laugh. Her laugh is so annoying. I'm sorry.
But again, she has that following because there's a lot of unattractive chicks that look like her, built like her. They can relate to her.
And they probably think, because she has a very attractive man. They think if they like her, they can get a man like that.
Right, and they think that they can get a man that look like her, but she not gonna tell them how she got a dude like him. She not gonna say nothing. She not telling those women how to actually be a woman that can get that type of dude. Like me and my wife met on, like, even if he really do love her, right? I'll just say they love her, and they're happy. He's really with her. But that's the exception, bro. That's the exception. And she's selling the exception to women, loser women who think that that's normal. Me and my wife met on deployment. We worked out. We made it. But I would not recommend that to anybody else because we're the exception. It's likely that people who meet on deployment ain't gonna make it. So I wouldn't tell people.
You are definitely 1 in a million for sure.
And
you are definitely that.
and I wouldn't sell that to tell other people like, yeah, man, you go on deployment, you can find a wife, you can find a husband. No, the fuck you can't. We just happen to we're the exception. Drew, if that man really love her like that, she's the exception. But she sells it to loser women who think that that's the reality and that's more common than what it really is. You're not gonna usually typically see women like Drew get dudes like that dude. It's just not.
Nah, that deployment deal is real though, because I can tell you what, I done seen families broke up, all sorts of crap happen when, being in Iraq for a while. And people trying to hook up when they met in Iraq and the disaster happened when they finally got home. And well, when you was in Iraq, it was one thing. When you got back to the States, and then it's a whole different issue. But yeah, stories like that is the exception is always never the rule. It's just, if you lucky enough to end up in that situation, hey, good for you. But a lot of the times.
But even then, like when I talk about relationships, when I talk about marriage, right? I tell men how to prepare themselves and how to become the men that they need to be in order to attract the type of wife that they say they want, right? That's what I like. When I throw it out there, that's what I tell you. I'm giving you the solution. She doesn't do that when she talks about, like, she's like, oh, you just go be a boss bitch and you just go do this and da-da-da. You don't need no man. You don't need a ring. Da-da-da-da. Like, the man will come to you. No, he won't. No, he won't. The magic man ain't just gonna drop in your fucking lap. That's not how that works. It's not how that works. It's not. You got to put a little work in. You kind of got to go out there and go get it. I'm sorry, sister.
Yeah, if you don't put yourself in the space to get what you want, you're not gonna get what you want. You're not gonna sit home and just go to the store and come back and figure, well, one of these days the man of your dreams or whatever you want is just gonna show up like that. Nah, if you don't put yourself in that type of space, you ain't never gonna find that person.
Like I tell chicks, I tell dudes and women all the time, if all you do is go to work and come home, and then the only time you go out to enjoy yourself is on a free weekend, and the only thing you do is go out to drink and party and go to the bar and the hookah lounge, you're not going to meet no quality man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you have to put yourself in situations where you're going to meet men outside of a dating app. So if all of y'all are just going to work, coming home, meet men on a dating app and going to a bar or hookah lounge, when are you going to meet a decent dude? But she not gonna tell stuff like that to women, because that's gonna have to, a woman have to take a little accountability. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take a little accountability for the situation that you in, and she can't have that, because if she have that, then who gonna buy her book? So if chicks were to really actually hear this, she would get a different reaction. She's not giving them no solution. She's not telling them what to really do, how to really get a ring. Where are the decent men that Christine said? They out in the world. Go find them. They out in the world. Go find them. They're not gonna be on no dating app. And they not gonna be at no bar, no club, or no hookah lounge. I tell you that. Go find them.
Yo, the funniest deal is when that one lady talk about she went to Home Depot to go find a husband or some crap like that. I was like, what?
I mean, the more, just again, like I tell this stuff to dudes, just like I tell it to ladies. If you want a woman, if all you do is go, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta, if the only time you're meeting and interacting with women is on a date nap or at a club or a lounge, you're not gonna find no good woman. That's not the likely place to find a decent woman. You're not gonna know if she's good or not till you get dealing with her, but at least a likely possibility of a decent woman. You're not meeting her at no club, no lounge, or through no dating app. If dating apps are meant to hook up for, that's what they're for. You're not finding love on no dating app. And then when you start talking about a dating app, if they're an attractive person on the dating app, they either a smut or there's somebody, they're the leftovers that nobody wants.
I mean, you have people always ask where to go. I mean, people go to the mall.
Go have a social life.
I mean, you know, just the everyday regular things. See, at times people don't realize it's the regular everyday thing that you do. There's always people around. You just don't ever look. People just don't ever look at it that way.
They not looking, and they don't go out. They go to work. They come home.
You know,
you're not gonna. Where is your human interaction at? Where are you going and interacting with not just men, just people? But I don't have no friends. When are you going out to run in to interact with people? When you like what you expect? If you out and about, you at Home Depot, you at Lowe's, you at Home Goods, you at, you know what I'm saying, Sam's Club. You see something you like. Learn. Women need to. I'm not like shoot your shot. Learn how to flirt. Learn how to use your woman powers to attract the man that you might see in the store. Just out in human interaction. Go to the gym. Go to the run club. Go do something. Go to when they having a fucking festival downtown or something. Just go. Just go around. Walk around. Interact. Get some people skills.
Yeah, I think that's a lost art due to social media. A lot of people don't interact with people no more compared to back in the day. You know, and this is for somebody that's, you know, early 90s, you know, born in 80s, 90s. Like before social media, you know, you had to be able to have some type of conversation sooner or later. You know what I mean? Like you would go to, you know what I mean?
You gotta go. You have to be able to go out by yourself. You have to know how to have fun by yourself. I'll go out. I mean, I'm married now, but I would go out. I go to the mall. I'll go take myself out. I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go to the mall. I'll go catch a movie. I'll fucking go to a football game, like I would go out and learn how to have fun by myself. But I'm also a people person. So if I see somebody, even like I said, if it's a dude, I'll network with a dude. I could be standing in line, we waiting on a cheesesteak, and me and the dude will just start chopping it up. Next thing you know, I'm like, oh, you work here? Oh man, we chopping up. Now we done linked up and made business. Y'all don't have people skills. So you don't have to have a friend. What'd you say?
They don't have social skills either.
Right. No social skills, no people skills, no conversational skills, no nothing. And you wonder why you just stand there.
Yeah, it is definitely a lost art for sure. You know, just being able to spark up a conversation, you know, because sometimes I'm like, when I talk to people and I still, you know, and even in the government, it's still pretty funny now. Like some people are just awkward. I'm like, it's like in all the careers you can be awkward, and the government is definitely not one you want to be awkward in, because you are almost forced to interact with people all the time. Like you almost have no choice. You know what I mean? So,
I ain't saying you gotta be a social butterfly, but if you like something that, like, if you see something you like, don't be afraid to like There's some women that just have that sex appeal, but they don't have to speak. They don't have to go up to no man and say nothing. But they got that. They have a certain way that they carry themselves that they gonna let you know that I want you. They gonna look a certain way. They gonna walk. They gonna speak a certain way. How you doing? And you like, damn. It's like it's some women that just have it like that. It's just what it is. Just like there's some men. There's some men that got it like that. I used to be one of them dudes. It's called having game. On the women's side, it's called having sex appeal. This is what it is. Now, sometimes you're gonna hit, sometimes you're gonna strike out, but it's like cultivating that aura about yourself as a woman. There's, like I said, you should, as a woman, you don't need to be on no date app. You shouldn't have to be on no date app. If you got it like that, you should be able to attract the type of man that you want. You should be able to.
Don't be knocking on Lowe's and Home Depot. I met my husband at Lowe's, remember? Don't be knocking Lowe's and Home Depot, okay?
And did he approach you or you approach him? Or you shot the signal and then he approached you?
He approached me because he liked my eyes. Remember I told you? That's what he said. He grabbed my arm and said, "You have pretty eyes." And I said, "Thank you, Matumbo. Let me go."
Aww. See?
Yeah, because he's freakishly tall. Okay, he's big, tall. He looked like what's that dude? He looked like Michael Douglas.
Big ass.
Yeah. Shut up, Benny.
That's what I'm saying. Like, shit. It be like that. But I'm sure it was something that you, like something about you that let him know, like, let me go approach her. She's approachable.
Yeah. He said he liked the fact that I didn't take no shit from nobody in that store. And I don't. Just because I'm a woman in a hardware store don't mean I don't know what I'm talking about.
Give me a hammer, nigga. I need a 3/4 inch screw. Okay.
And people always want to sit there and post their experiences too. That's a whole nother problem. Like, they want to post your whole rejection and this and that all over. I'm like, come on, man. So that's a whole nother reason why mugs just don't want to approach women at times too, because you never know when you're going to be put on blast just for trying to ask a question or this and that. You know, just one of those deals today where, you know, you're looked at differently. If you we all know if you look good and this and that, you get away with certain things versus if you're not that type of guy, if, you know, you're walking up to a chick regardless. So, you know.
Question. So I think, like, in today's society, you know how, like, women say if a man wanted to, he would. From you guys, you saying, like, I think with you guys are men, so you think, like, nowadays some men can be scared to talk to women? Is that what I'm getting?
Well, I won't say I won't say men are scared at times. It's just more of, like, if I want to talk to a woman, I'm going to talk to her, period. But I think the thing is with the way how the social media is and people are putting it out, you know what I mean? People are putting it out there all the time. It's like, man, it don't make no sense if I'm going to not be able to have like a private conversation. But that's just some. I'm not gonna say all, just some. I'm not gonna say all.
I think it's just an excuse for the dudes who wouldn't even approach women to begin with, wouldn't approach women. Because it's always been that way. It's always been dudes scared to approach women. It's always been dudes that's just gonna shoot their shot and keep it moving. So I think that's just another excuse dudes be using. They wouldn't approach them women to begin with anyway. But then, like, I knew I knew my range. I knew who to approach. I knew who didn't, who I probably wasn't gonna get. I knew who I could approach and that I could bag. I knew who, if I looked at her and I see how she walking and I peep and I'm like, shit, she probably gonna, either she gonna turn me down, say, or I'm gonna have to come out this pocketbook. So what do I want to do? But I don't know. A lot of dudes been scared of rejection to begin with anyway. So I didn't care. Like, once I learned the game, I didn't care. You be like, I'm like, what's good? Da, da, da. Nah. Okay. All right, have a nice day. I'm going about my day.
I mean, As a man, rejection is a thing that's coming for sure. You just got to be able to deal with it and make a move. So some dudes just don't know about that reality too well yet, or whatever the case may be. But
as long as she ain't getting disrespectful with me,
right? Yeah.
Shit. And once you say some crazy shit, oh, fuck you too, then I'm on. But that was it,
Yeah. There's always a pleasant way to, just keep it moving. You ain't got to be all extra all the time. You know what I mean? So, and that's on both sides.
They're gonna see. I tell men I'm married.
They do do that though. They do that to you. They do be like, oh, it's so good to have a friend, bro. Get out my face.
I mean, but at the same breath, you gotta understand that it be married women out here biting on that shit. A lot of them, a lot more than them.
Well, I ain't one of them.
No, but man, he don't know that. He don't know that. You know what I'm saying? So it be married women. There's a lot more than women would like to admit that be biting on shit like that. So they gonna shoot their shot. They be shooting that shit at my wife. I be sitting, hell, I be in the back. They don't even know I'm her husband. I be sitting there fucking laughing. Go ahead, because I'm gonna put her on child support. So I hope you got some pockets, nigga. Go ahead, cause we getting child support.
No, Benny, not child support.
Yeah. Go ahead. I hope you got some deep pockets, brother. Cause I'm getting alimony and child support, buddy. So
Benny, you can't do that. She's gonna get the kids. No.
So I'd be like, go ahead and let him holler. Go ahead. I hope he got deep pockets, cause he gonna have to pay for everything. Cause all your money gonna be mine, sweetie. Yeah, I send up in at the Popeyes up the street. Somehow every time she come back, she got fucking extra chicken, extra shrimp. So I'd be like, shit, going up in there and get us some food.
Oh, my daddy used to do me like that. Every time we go to, he'd be like, yeah, you know that boy like you start going there. No, daddy, I don't want to go in there. He ugly.
Okay, go on in there and get us some extra biscuits.
Oh man, that should be funny.
He ain't going nowhere. No, then get shit. She do the same shit to me. When them little girls and shit be sweet, go on up in there and get some free shit. Okay. Aww. So you could do that when you. I said we got too many kids, so whoever fuck up, you're fucked.
Y'all confident, because most people are you ain't going to that McDonald's no more. No.
You go to McDonald's. If you gonna throw away all this shit for a nigga that work at McDonald's, I hope he can pay child support. See, but that's what I mean when two people are like so integrated. Like that's why I tell the dudes, like, you want a woman that is going to make some money, so y'all are both financially invested into the relationship. Cause okay, you want to go out there and mess around with a nigga that work at McDonald's? Good luck. Cause I'm coming for everything. Shit, if I'm gonna go mess around with a chick that work at fucking Dick's Sporting Good and the cashier, good luck. Cause now that BMW is getting repoed. I ain't going out, so shit. I stay in the house. I play PlayStation. You see all them games? Hey, that's what I keep me occupied right there. Anytime, if I want, I can go to. If I want to turn into a superhero, I want to go to war. I want to be an anime character. Hey, I got plenty of things to keep me occupied. But I mean that go to my point that I be saying, that I be trying to tell these dudes. I'm like, man, to women and men when it comes to relationships, like especially long term, like marriage and shit, like that love shit. The idea, like, oh, we married, you're my husband, you're my wife, like you shouldn't want to cheat. You shouldn't want to mess around. You shouldn't want to step out that because you're my wife. Like that ring don't take away human temptation and human nature, bro. And fellas, trust me. I mean, your woman's eyes be wandering just like our eyes be wandering. She see meat print at the gym just like we see ass and titties. I'm sorry. Yeah, it don't go away. But like I say, like you gotta wake up every day and be conscious and choose the other person. Every day you have to make that choice. You have to put in work.
True, because it's not Disney shit. It's not like, oh, happily ever after. No, it's actually going to be quite boring at times or whatever.
Yeah. You got like I'm so, today was my last day at my old job and like shit, it's just a random, I'm gonna be off for the next 2 weeks. So I'm like, shit, I got 2 weeks off. Let's go, we ain't going nowhere crazy, but like we gonna go up to Williamsburg, like Colonial Williamsburg and get one of them little Bridgerton looking rooms and, just spend some time, go to the spa, spend some time together, go on a carriage ride and eat some steak and have a good time. Like you have to actively put into and invest into your relationship. You have to. Or else if you just go in and thinking like everything's going to be peachy keen just because y'all married, that's not how that works.
Yeah, my husband more worried about me leaving him for a woman than a man because we look together.
With your gay ass.
You leave me alone. Women are beautiful. Women are beautiful. Leave me alone.
I like kids too.
Dog, all right. I have big ones. She got big ones. We can just put our big ones together.
Moo.
A floating device, you'd say?
But yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, shit, you gotta put work in, man. You gotta wake up every day and you gotta keep it. You gotta continue dating one another. It don't just stop because y'all get married. Like that's why it's important to get married to someone that you actually like because they're gonna keep you wanting to impress and wanting to date that person. And it's gonna take work, and sometimes, like I said, ladies, you have to. You think because you get married that you don't have to give your man as much butt as you used to. No, you probably gonna have to give him more. Loyalty comes with a price.
Yes, throat goat.
And that price is that neck and them cheeks, okay? And it don't listen to the women on the internet. A happy man is a man. You can tell the difference between a man who like his wife and he come to work in the morning and he drained. He's gonna be a lot more happy than that man who don't get enough from his woman. Just saying.
Yup, that's true.
He only get that whole paycheck.
You what? How you think my wife just got that goddamn fucking $5,000 couch?
It wasn't free.
That's a lot of money for a couch.
You said what? See, but if you say that, she shouldn't have to do that. Well, I shouldn't have to pay that money for no damn couch when we got 2 couches down there already, should I? But life ain't fair, okay? I feel like I got underpaid. You said what?
5,000 for a couch?
Well, it's like a big ass sectional. I got a big ass living room, so I can't get no little motherfucker. It's a big ass sectional. It take up the whole living room. It's like seven pieces. So,
leather.
Yeah, but I mean that was cheap compared to the couch that I really wanted. The couch I really wanted was like $8,000, but it was too nice. The kids would have fucked that shit all up. So I got the one I posted in that video that is like the ground, the granite, the big mama leather, the color, the brown big mama leather.
Well, you'd have to cover that like twice. And leave the plastic on that mug.
Nah, I ain't got to worry about the big mama level. That's gonna be all right. But I mean, I can't get no nice furniture because my kids tear that shit up. Y'all seen my dining room and my son room where the kids eat. Y'all seen them chairs? They was off. They was looked like it was floating because it had three legs. So shit, man, these kids, I gotta crack. The baby done cracked the window in my son in my teenager's room. He done cracked their window throwing the damn, the nasal spray, like Flonase. He threw the damn bottle at the window and done cracked the fucking window. Luckily, it's a double pane window, so ain't no air or nothing leaking through it. So it's just like, but I'm gonna have to get that fixed. But they done tore that up. Shit, man, these kids tell everything.
That's what kids do. They rough.
Yeah. What brand is the couches? I don't know. They got what is it? Zero. Well, so like I said, it's like 7 pieces. So it's like there's 4 recliners in the sectional, and then like the L piece, and then 2 chair pieces. Like I said, it's big as hell. When it come in October. When it come, I mean, shit. Look at my video. Matter of fact, I got the picture right here. That shit big as hell. And this ain't even the couch we getting because we got another piece added to it. Because I think the one in the store was like a 6-piece.
Is your dog allowed on the couch?
No. She got her own bed. She don't get on no furniture. She don't get on no couches, no beds. Hell no.
No counters, no kitchen counters?
No. My dog is well trained. She don't do none of that shit.
That's good.
Where that picture at then? Oh, here you go. 1, 2. Yeah, so it's this couch, but with one more recliner. There's one more recliner over here. So it's big as hell.
That's nice right there.
But I mean, it was the rooms to go had 50 months at 0% interest, so we only got to pay like $96 to $97 a month. So it ain't that bad. But that's what I was saying before. Like for people who trying to build their credit, is go through furniture stores because they'll have 0% interest. And yeah, and they approve like you can. So if you go to a furniture store and you get approved for like a line of credit, you get an actual credit card through the store. So it's like they'll give you like $4,000. I mean, you can go get a couch, you can go get some chairs, a table, so you can spend that $4,000, and then it's split like if it's 0% interest, only do it if it's 0% interest. And which they normally have 0% interest during Labor Day, 4th of July, what that is, Columbus Day. So if it's a holiday sale, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna have 0% interest. They'll do 50 months, 60 months, and $4,000 on 60 months or 50 months. That's that ain't even $100, So you can just pay that little money. You ain't paying interest. You just paying principal. And it gives you a line of credit, so you can just keep that open. So, credit hack, furniture stores.
yeah, especially like if you're some like 18-year-olds or 20-year-olds here in college, you're starting like to build credit and stuff, because I know like a lot of people in college don't have credit or whatever. Their parents didn't set that up for them. Unfortunately, like you can start if you get your first apartment in some like dorms that you bring in furniture to, like apartment dorms or whatever. Like you can build it up that way. So that's a good way and stuff. That's good knowledge right there.
Cause hold on, let me pull up the calculator. Damn, what a calculator is. Man, the iPad ain't got no calculator. What the fuck? Hold on. What the hell? So hold on. So say they give you like $3,000 of credit at the furniture store, and it's like, let's see, damn. Oh, okay. So 3,000, and you spend the whole 3,000 divided by 50. What's 50 months? So say you spend the 3,000, you got 50 months, and 50 months is 0% interest. It's like $60 a month. You know what I'm saying? And, $3,000. I mean, you get a bed set, a couch. You can get a lot. You know what I'm saying? And so you could get, some decent furniture, and only pay, so if you go up to $5,000, that's still under $100 a month for your furniture. And then, like I said, once you pay it off, they'll let you keep that line of credit, so it counts as a credit card.
Cool.
That's crazy. I know I ain't tripping. I was like, the iPad don't got a calculator out? That's fucking crazy. Yeah, I'm done with Apple. I ain't gonna lie. I'm ready. Like, I like my iPad, but as far as I want to trade my phone in and go back to Samsung, because I only got an iPhone because of during the pandemic. I upgraded during the pandemic to an iPhone because I was trying to FaceTime my family and shit, and that was before they had Google Duo. So I was FaceTiming, and I don't need FaceTime no more.
What about the music though?
Huh?
Wait, I was about to say the music, but you can have Spotify.
Oh, I've always.
I don't think I could ever leave. I don't think I could ever leave. I don't know.
Nah,
I can't leave. Everything is linked together. I can't leave. I'm stuck.
That's why y'all fuck. Because all my pictures on my Google Cloud anyway.
iCloud.
Yep, they got Google Wallet. They got all the phones got tap to pay now. So it's like I don't even need Apple no more. Because I got an iPad and I got a MacBook, but it ain't like I'm not like synchronized that bad to where like I can't get out of my phone. But I'm trying to go back to. I'm trying to go. So I did. So I was a Samsung and a Pixel. But the best phone I ever had was the Pixel 2 XL. That was the best fucking phone I ever had. It had that fucking the fingerprint scanner on the back of the phone. That was the best phone I ever had. I loved that phone. I hated when I had to get rid of that phone. But then I had got Samsung, and I rock because I used to have them Skyrockets, them Samsung Skyrockets, and then I had moved to Pixel, and I got that Pixel XL2. With the fingerprint scanner, I used to love them phones with the fingerprint scanners on the back. It was so convenient. And then Samsung, but I'm gonna go back to Samsung. I'm tired of Apple. I don't need FaceTime no more.
Yeah, you can go on Facebook Messenger, Duo. Use to like do FaceTime, and FaceTime a lot of times it be skipping anyway, so why do I even use it, to be honest?
I don't even use FaceTime. I don't even like FaceTime. I don't. Like when somebody be like, I'm gonna FaceTime you, I'll be like, for what? I'm in my bonnet. Get out my face.
I FaceTime my parents. That's about it. So they can see the kids and shit. That's really it. But that, like I said, that's why I had got an iPhone, because like I said, it was during the pandemic. And everybody we thought it was the end of the world and shit. So I was like, oh, let me get a phone so I can get FaceTime. And then we didn't die. So I was like, fuck. Now I'm stuck with iPhone. So but when I upgraded to this 15 Pro Max, that the Samsungs wasn't hitting on nothing. I didn't like the Samsungs that was out at the time, but that 24 Ultra, that shit looked nice. So I think the 24S was out or something. Like, I didn't like it. So, but next phone I get, I'm either going to that Pixel 9 or I'm going back to Samsung because I'm sick of Apple.
Do your kids all have iPhones?
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, iPhones are good for them kids because they do have a lot of easy parental controls on iPhone. Android is a little bit more complex, and they could probably.
My nerds, they don't want iPhones because they nerds, and then my other kids, they got iPhones, so it's like,
Can the Pixel 9 allow SD cards? Anybody?
I don't know. I'm about to Google it because I don't know. I don't have no Pixel.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't like that they don't let you put SD cards in them no more. But I used to jailbreak the fuck out of my. I used to jailbreak my Androids. I had my Android doing everything, boy. Not the Nextel church.
That boy, the next. Oh my god, you thought you were the hot stuff when you had that church. That and Burberry. It was Burberry. What was it? Burberry or something like that. Them berries.
Blackberry.
Yes, that. I am sleepy. It is coming. I can feel it.
I had a Blackberry. I had a Blackberry something where they had the little bezel that you could touch.
Yes.
Blackberries was cool.
Boy, you weren't nothing if you weren't in that group.
You wasn't nothing if you ain't had no. I remember when Razors came out. I feel like a loser because I had one. I had a track phone. My parents.
My mama had a Razor. Shoot, my mama had a Razor. I was like, ooh, that thing was nice. That was when flip phones had just touched on the scene, boy. Okay.
Well,
damn, I'm old.
But yeah, I'm about to get off this thing. Everybody getting sleepy. But I'm off for 2 weeks, y'all. So
yay!
Get some people.
You hear that, D? You hear that, D? He off for 2 weeks, so that means we gotta work overtime now.
Man, D don't even be doing that. She just be in the line.
Oh my god, I'm doing all the work.
Ain't nobody calling D no pit bull. They calling you the pit bull.
I know.
They probably don't even know D a damn moderator.
That's why it's good, because they don't know. And we can't give Nick no mod because she said her Pookeisha was coming out today. So no, you can't be a mod, Nick. Your Pookeisha was coming out today.
She still can't even get up and lie.
She can't? I thought her week was up.
Oh, is it?
Is it up, Nick? Can you get in the live yet?
It won't let me out.
Oh no, she's still on trouble. She's still in trouble.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Ooh, I'm about to say, goddamn, Nick. What'd you do?
Well, I don't know, because tomorrow and Sunday, that's football day. So I don't know.
Well, I'm going to get my hair retwisted, so
and I
need that retwist.
Go ahead. Well, shit. Hey, man. Again, thank y'all coming through. We started out.
She said, "Let me up."
Nah, you gotta wait till tomorrow.
I'm dead. I'm gone, y'all. Good night.
I'm about to give me something to eat.
Good night, y'all.
Y'all be safe out there, y'all.
You too. Bye.